What's going on, guys? This podcast is brought to you by AG1 by Athletic Greens. And I want to tell you the reason I started using them is because I did not want to take all the pills in the morning, all the vitamins and minerals. I just wanted something I could get down easily, get my vitamins and minerals in, get my pre and probiotics in, help with my immune system, and help with my digestive system. And this is what they sent me. So I looked into AG1 by Athletic Greens. They sent me this shaker cup and this canister. Actually tastes really good. It tastes like a chocolate kind of berry flavor. So that's very good. And I don't have to take all the pills every morning anymore. So if you go to the website, you check it out, it kind of gives you a full rundown of what is so great about it, right? And you scroll down from the top, go to athleticgreens.com/RBP and scroll down, and you get the full breakdown of why it's so good and what it can do for you. Digestive support, immunity support, pre-probiotics, as I said, vitamins and minerals, all this great stuff. And it's all just in one drink that I use every single morning. You can use it all during the day. My rituals first thing in the morning, it seems to be making me feel good, gives me a little bit of energy. It makes me feel good that I got all my vitamins and minerals in. Guys, go to athleticgreens.com/RBP and you'll get 1 year free vitamin D, and you'll get 5 free travel packs of the AG1 by Athletic Greens. Check it out, guys. The link in the description below. athleticgreens.com/RBP. Nothing's going on with me, Ian. It's been a little while. I haven't talked to you. I'm excited to be back on the show with you.
What? Did I miss something?
Yeah, you did. I didn't do a second show last week. Whenever I don't do a second show, I feel like
It's been the same time for me though.
Yeah, I know it has. Yeah. No, usually I do 2 shows a week, and then last week I only did 1, so I'm like, it's been a while since I've been on.
Why don't you do 1? You slacking?
I think I'm slacking. I think I needed a I needed a break. There's only so much you can talk about, and then you're kind of like, you know what?
Yeah, take a breather.
I don't like to force it. And also I think part of the reason was James was traveling last week.
Oh yeah.
And then I kind of wanted a break, and I was like, you know what? James is out. James is gone. I kind of want a break. Why not just do it all at once?
This is an excuse, yeah.
Yeah. What hoodie is that?
Jim Reaper's one. It's like they got like the bubble print like on it, you know?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like the neck, the hood on it is big.
Yeah. No, it's nice. They're nice hoodies, yeah. They got like the matching pants with them.
Did you do your hair for me?
Well, I've been sleeping on the couch. It was a little bit of a mess, so I just had to give it a quick like wet comb, you know?
How much time do you spend sleeping on the couch every day? Honest. Because I know your life is fun. I know what your life is. I know. Guy calls me lazy, but I know your life is exactly like mine was.
Yeah, no. I probably sleep on the couch or in bed, like between meals, probably 4 hours a day at least.
Do you go to bed during the day?
Depends. Like, because the couch in the living room here is not like the most comfortable, so it depends. And and our bedroom is a lot colder, so it depends how warm it is. Lately, I've just been on the couch, but when it was in the winter, it was better in there.
All right, that's a good question. So
I go wherever it's the coldest and most comfortable.
No, I got it. But if you're shopping for furniture,
sure,
is comfort more important than style?
Well, I don't do the shopping for the furniture.
I know, but your wife probably does. But do you have any input?
Yes. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. But
like when you go shopping for furniture, you obviously go with her.
Yeah.
You probably do what I do. You sit in all the couches.
I feel like I'm there for moral support more than anything, you know?
That's how I feel. Well, luckily in my house.
And to provide my MasterCard. But like other than that, I don't care that much, you know? Like there's certain things I might make an input if it's something that like I think is ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
But like if it's in the scope of like, okay, whatever, you know, I'm all good with it.
Mike, do you go shopping for furniture with your wife? Or your girlfriend, sorry.
Yeah, when we get furniture, I will, yeah.
Do you have any
leaving that up to her?
So you have input. You don't just like
fuck okay. Not a chance of doing that solo.
Okay, so luckily in my house, I'm fortunate enough to have like we have a formal living room, and we have like in the basement is kind of like our family room, right? Yeah. So she's like, you can do whatever you want with the basement.
Yeah.
but I don't want it to be fucking nasty, so I still get her input, right?
Yeah.
But for me, comfort's more important than style.
I
Right?
would agree. Yeah.
So like my basement couches are fabric; they're like really wide, so I can sleep on them and shit. And she's trying to get me to buy these other couches, and I'm like, I think for women, it's like it has to look better than be comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's always the primary. I think you get the look you want and then try and find something comfortable within that realm. I think that's kind of the way they go, versus I would go comfort first and then try to find something that looks acceptable, you know?
Like I'll tell you this. So we found this couch. It had like bucket seats, and it was a big, like lazy boyish kind of couch. And it had like bucket seats, and it had like an armrest that opened that had storage. Yeah. And then it had another thing that folded open. It had storage. It had a USB.
That's a relationship ender, that couch.
No, but it had like it had a USB port.
Couches, they hate these things.
You can't
have that with a girlfriend, man.
It had a cup holder. I'm like, this thing has everything.
You gotta get rid of that, man. You gotta get rid of that.
I've seen people before and be like, "Oh, we got to get one of these." She's like, "Absolutely fucking not."
Yeah, what the fuck is the problem with that? Why don't they want?
Women don't like those, like kind of like techie couches, you know?
But dude, it's so fucking. It's so like.
It's awesome.
Perfect.
Obviously.
I wanted this one couch from Ashley Furniture for like 3 years now. It's the best couch I've ever seen.
What is it?
It's called the Rock Cliff, but it's huge. Like if you're like a big dude, you can sit on that and just like lay back. And it's so soft.
Yeah.
But it started off with like, I want to say it was like 2,600 before COVID.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get it. And then I was like, fuck, COVID hit, and I'm like, I don't really care anymore.
Yeah.
Because I paid way more for a fucking couch from Lazy Boy. That's a piece of shit. But so I fucking waited, and now if you look at that couch's price, it's like almost $5,000.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I should have fucking just done it when I.
Yeah.
Paul, we're talking about, how are you, first of all?
Good. You guys talking coaches?
Yeah. Yes.
As usual.
Yeah. I got a pretty cool one.
This is a podcast about coaches.
Yeah. We got this one. It pulls, it's a sectional, right? And then it's got this one part underneath you pull out, and it flips up and becomes like a big, huge, like bed kind of.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was looking at one kind of like that. It's like a 6-piece set where if you put it all together, it becomes one giant like mattress.
Yeah.
But you can pull it all apart into like a U-shaped sectional.
Yeah. I love it for movie night.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Paul. When you go shopping for furniture, you go with the wife, obviously. Do you have any input or no?
Very little. With mattress with a mattress per
non-mattress couches.
Okay, no.
Yes.
Well, you know what? No, sorry.
I would definitely have hhy priority on the mattress. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me.
Go ahead.
She will take in consideration that I like a comfortable couch, and most of my friends are bigger, so she'll like our couch in the basement. Who you got the same one? I
got the same one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got like the wide cushions on it.
Yeah. No, we're talking because I found this like big lazy boyish couch that had a bunch of compartments, a USB port, cup holder, and even it has this thing where you recline it all the way back, but then just the head, just from your shoulder blades up,
articulates up,
will tilt up, so you can lay down and still watch like TV
or eat.
The pizza box is on your chest.
Yeah, you said you were going to get something like that for the gym.
For the gym, yeah. But I want to get this for the basement for just to have comfortable. Summer's not going for it.
He already got you a nice chair, Paul. Relax.
Yeah.
That, by the way, that wasn't brand new. He got it from the back of the warehouse.
Anyway, I gotta. So the question is, do I force the issue?
What, like insist on your couch?
Yeah, I would say, look, I'm putting my foot down.
Well, would she settle for because you already have your nice big couch? Would she settle for one of those chairs that are like that are cool?
No, because then it has to match. Right? Like if you had like this.
Yeah, no, of course. What? Yeah. How outlandish is me?
If it's ridiculous, man.
What am I thinking?
What the fuck?
Obvious, so obvious.
Well, does both sides do the same thing? Both sides recline and have ports for stuff? Well, then she would benefit from it too.
It's not a benefit to women though. It's ugly.
No. Yeah.
Women, this is what we were talking about before you guys.
It also creates space between you and your wife, right? Which
they don't want that.
Women don't like that shit. They're
no, me and my wife, we were good. Like we've been together so long.
But I think she like to know that they can if they want. There's not like a barrier. There's a physical barrier in that.
I think honestly, for someone like Summer or like Melissa, it would literally just be that they're like fucking lame,
Yeah.
Like this is a fucking this is like a loser bachelor pad couch. You're not fucking getting this.
That's what she said. That's what she said to me. She's like, "You're not fucking single. We're not buying it."
This isn't for you and your boys to play fucking Xbox and jerk off on. Like this is
it's got a fridge in it. It's got a fridge in it.
I don't know what it is with me in compartments. I'm like that with cars too. Like when I bought my truck, I'm like,
look at your bike. You got a bike with fucking big baggers.
Yeah.
No, but like this couch had compartments. Like my truck's got compartment. Like I sold a car because it didn't have any compartments. You know, like I can't. I don't know what.
You just got stuff. You got to.
Is that a guy thing or is it just me?
I like apartments.
Yeah. Right.
Mike, you'd have the sickest handbag if you were a chick. You'd have the best handbag. Like you'd be known for that.
What the fuck?
Is this the couch for your basement?
Yeah.
Well, this is kind of your area, so you should be able to pick that.
Well, that's why I said I could really force the issue if I wanted to.
Yeah, because she got to pick upstairs, didn't she?
We got these couches from upstairs. They're ridiculously expensive. I think we've sat on them like 4 times in like 5 years.
And those were hers. Those are the ones that she picked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should get the basement, huh?
That's what I think. But she sits down there with me, so I don't want her to be like this room's a shithole. You know? I want her to still like it. Yeah. This is what I mean. Like
it's not end up being like, I don't want to go watch a movie down there and sit on that fucking couch, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the kind of thing you have to deal with when you're married. It's like, you know, you got to give and take a little bit. You know how it is, Paul.
Yeah.
Or you just give everything. Give everything.
Yeah, I don't get much. I give.
Just concede.
I gotta have to delete that.
Take that off. I didn't mean that.
Never admit defeat, Paul.
Oh well, I am a beaten man, though, Mike.
Oh my God! Just stop talking. All right, so we just announced today, Mike is joining those.
To me, I was like, "Wow, look at
that." Mike is joining us for the live podcast on May 13th in Toronto. So far we got
there? The 4 of us.
So far, it's Melissa and Mike are the only two announced.
Okay.
And you're guest posing, so I'm assuming you're going to be there too.
Yeah.
We have a nice surprise to announce too, though. So I think it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We got a good podcast crew, and then we got a nice surprise for everybody. But
are you judging do you judge at your show, Paul?
No.
You don't judge your show, right?
No. I'm usually
that wouldn't really make sense. Yeah.
No, I'm usually pretty busy that day running around.
Usually Paul's running around making sure everything's going okay.
No, after I said
what's the most stressful part for you guys?
For me,
leading.
Well, for me, it's leading up to it. I just stress about it being a success, and it always is. But I just stress about it.
But let's be honest, I don't think there's any stress anymore.
No, like I always know.
To be honest, Mike, the first 3 years, maybe 4, we would stress because we're like, oh, we got to get sponsors, and we got to get the bags ready for the athletes, and we got to get tickets sold, and we got to just all these little things, right? But then we're going on like 13 years now.
Yeah,
is that how many it's been?
Yeah. Yeah, remember the first couple of years we used to like literally go knock on companies' doors and like bring them a poster and be like, you want to sponsor our show?
Yeah. So it's been 13 years now. So now we kind of we have a dedicated team that kind of works with us, like volunteers, and we've been doing it so long that like everything's kind of old and easy to do now.
Isn't that crazy that 2010 was fucking 13 years ago?
2011 was our first one when we brought Evan and Frank. And Aaron Stern.
The first one was a fucking banger.
Crazy.
You know what I did? I brought, the Detroit Lions have this massive like circular smoke.
The circle of fire.
No, it's got a circle that shoots smoke, and the Lions run through it and they run onto the field.
Yeah.
So I rented it and I put it at the stage.
Can I come out of this?
So listen. So the athletes would step out into it, and then smoke would shoot on, and they would all get scared.
Remember Fouad? It made this sound like a shotgun. We didn't know it was like. So people were like going like this when they were coming out. It didn't work the way we thought it would work.
We thought it was going to be awesome, but it was kind of a shit show.
Remember, like we were throwing like stuff to the audience, like shaker cups. Then we started like just getting into her, throwing like tubs of protein, and people were like,
I guess posed there once where you guys had a pretty crazy audience, and you guys were throwing out fucking full tubs of protein and everything. Yeah.
I remember somebody got hit. I think that's when we stopped throwing stuff.
Somebody took a lawsuit happened.
Shaker cup, I think.
I think somebody took a shaker cup to the Milne. I think we stopped.
You got to get a t-shirt cannon, like.
What if we get one on Amazon?
They're probably not hard to get at all.
For sure. Yeah,
that's a good idea.
All right, this maybe next year. Maybe next year. Yeah. It's too soon now. We're only
you can have Iain shoot it off after he gets posted.
All Amazon one in time for this.
Yeah.
Now you just need the sparks coming down like when Goldberg comes out.
Yeah.
Everyone's being burnt out.
It's good for the show.
So so far Ian's guest posing. We were going to get a second guest poser, but I think our other surprise is going to be a little bit more fun. Anyway, Iain, you're 6 weeks out.
6 weeks this past Sunday. Yeah. So like 5.5. 5.5 tomorrow.
It's getting close, man. I'm getting excited.
I know. Fuck. Jeez. Don't remind me.
I don't want to like be arrogant for you, but I haven't heard anybody doing the show yet that would challenge you too much.
No, I mean,
like that I shouldn't say that. I mean,
there's no Olympia level guys that I'm aware of yet.
That's kind of how I was trying to put it.
I mean, there's going to be some guys that are good new guys, and
I know Ross is doing it. I know,
like there'll be some guys that are
Ross
absolutely great, some good bodybuilders for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I mean, I'm excited either way. I think it'll be a good show.
Who's that? The guy from Windsor that everybody keeps comparing me to, who says I look like him? Joe
Seaman. No, he's from Ottawa.
Joe Seaman. That's right.
Yeah. He's from my town.
Every time Joe posts something, they're like, "It looks like Fouad." I'm like, I don't fucking see it, but all right.
In the face?
He's also like white as day. Like he's like in person, he looks nothing like you. But I see sometimes because he's got the beard and the shaved head now.
Yeah. Joe's a good looking guy.
What?
Thanks, Paul.
It's a compliment for you, Fouad.
That's a good friend.
That's why I said thank you. So Joe's doing the show. Ross Flanagan. Do we know anybody else doing Toronto?
Well, I know Carlos Thomas told me he may.
Well, I bet you Carlos has something like that planned if he doesn't win New York. I bet you that's his probably.
Maybe Carlos. Then I think there's other Canadians like what's that new guy's name again? Morgan.
Morgan's doing it. Yeah, he's making his debut.
Joe Seaman was doing it right. Some other Canadians like that. So
I feel like Morgan's still really like he's a tall guy, right? Is he like 6'1"?
He's got to fill out frame more.
Yeah. I feel like he's still got to fill it out still. Ross is looking really good. Everything going good with your prep though to this point? Yeah. Any challenges?
Physically, no. I feel good.
Are you ahead?
No, I'm not ahead. I think I'm like right on a good spot, and I think that's good for me. I think to be too ahead is sometimes like the wheels come off with that. So I think we're on a really good pace, and I think I'm holding a lot of really good size, which I'm definitely happy with. And I've had like literally almost, I mean, in most of my lifts, I'm still progressing in my lifts. Like I've had no drop off in strength, and I haven't had to reduce volume yet. So it's not like I reduce volume to maintain that. Like it's still, getting progressions in training. So yeah, no, I feel like I'm in a good spot. Yeah.
What's do you have noticed any difference yet working with Matt? Because I know before we talked about it, you're like not really any significant change.
Yeah, I mean, it's small things, right? Like, I mean, obviously, I think I talked about this once, like, just from the diet perspective, my protein intake's definitely a lot higher, which it definitely does make you look different. I don't know what the look difference will be yet on stage, but I definitely look different. I don't really know how to describe it. Something is different about my physique from more meat protein intake for sure. And I was eating a lot more fruit. But other than that,
you're eating a lot more fruit.
Yeah, now it's starting to come out. But yeah, I was eating fruit like in 4 or 5 meals a day for most of the prep.
What kind of, like just like an apple with every meal or something, or what were you doing?
I had pineapple in one, I had banana in 2, and then 100 grams of like any fruit in the last one, which I was usually just cutting up an apple and weighing.
Did Matt tell you the reasoning for that? Is it just to like kill cravings? Is to add extra carbs?
I don't ask questions, man. I just do what's written.
Just
hammer. I think it's like the fructose in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he says eat fruit.
Like quell that, fill that liver glycogen up.
Fills liver first.
Yeah. Well, isn't there also? I don't know if I'm thinking about caffeine. I was going to say, wasn't there something? I thought there was something I read about combining fructose with glucose, and the uptake might be better.
Sure.
Like your carb uptake, but I actually think it might be caffeine is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. But either way, yeah. I mean, like right now, I mean, that's really all the differences you can notice at this point. Small differences in the diet and stuff like that. I'm doing cardio like I would always do in cardio. I mean, our prep drugs are kind of always the same. You know what I mean? Like you get to a level and they're kind of might change a dose by a little bit or use a little different this or that. But I mean, it's all pretty much the same shit, like there's small differences. I'm sure where the major differences will come, obviously, where you get variance in coaches is in the last week or two,
Yeah. With the peak.
Really where we're going to see the bigger variances and what style and what the decisions are. But yeah.
I have a question, training related.
Sure.
How long are your workouts on average?
85 to 80 to 90 minutes.
Okay. So I did this
hour 15, an hour 30 at most.
I did this really quick clip for Merrick Health. They post these little shorts.
Yeah.
And basically I said, like, your workout shouldn't take more than 60 to 90 minutes. And I'm getting some pushback, I think, because I said your rest period should be like 45 to 60 seconds. I said, unless you're lifting heavy.
Yeah.
Like I said, unless you're deadlifting or something. So anyway, so I get a lot of pushback. The overarching theme of the post was more about the total duration of time in the gym. It wasn't really about rest periods because everybody trains differently.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you guys, like, you're saying 80 to 90 minutes. Mike, what's your average training session?
Well, it depends too, because I train with a partner almost every day. So if I'm trained by myself, like sometimes I'll go and Melissa will just come and push me through the workout just by myself. It could be less, like 60 minutes or less.
Yeah.
If it's me with someone else, then it'll usually be about 75 to 90 minutes. But yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Mike?
When you said 90 minutes, I was thinking to myself, I'd love to be like, not feel pain in my body and train that long. It'd be fantastic.
Okay, let's go
get
back
to like the 40-minute mark. And I'm like, ooh.
But I'm also probably like, I don't train like crazy high volume. So it's not like in that 90 minutes, I'm like jam-packed nonstop Fouad Abiad for 90 minutes, that's me training with a partner. And that's also, like I might do at most in a workout 12 to 14 working sets.
Yeah, but this is my point, is like, if you train for maximum strength or maximum output, you're probably not training in a high volume type of setting. You're probably a lower volume trainer.
But the total time ends up
the total time ends up the same, because even if I train high volume and I'm doing quick rest periods, it's still taking me the same amount of time.
More volume, but you're moving faster.
Yeah. So it's like, so that's what I'm saying. So Mike, when you were healthy and you weren't, were pain free, other than like
an hour.
Yeah, right. Like
maybe on leg days, leg days a little longer.
Yeah.
Back when, when you were, competing still, like a hard leg or a back workout for us would take a good hour and a half.
A leg day. I think back maybe hour 15 minutes.
Hour 15, hour 20. Because, remember back then you're changing a lot of weight back then too, and you're doing, remember we used to do FST7 and stuff like that. Those are long workouts.
But I don't remember things taking longer than an hour and a half.
Not longer than an hour and a half, no.
It really depends. And like you said, it depends what you're training too. Because actually some of my leg days are probably my quickest days because they're like, especially my quads. My quads is the only day where it's just one muscle group,
Yeah.
Chest and tries or shoulders and chest or, back and buys. Like there'll be, say, 5 chest exercises and 2 tries. With quads, I'm just doing 5 or 6. So I actually move faster through that, or like hamstrings where like, things that have, like say shoulders that can move through a bajillion different planes, or back.
Yeah.
Those ones generally take me the longest. Like I can spend, definitely 75 to 90 minutes doing back or shoulders. Yeah.
Well, we would take
if I'm doing biceps or a secondary muscle with it.
We would do quads and hams together, and we always train with pretty high volume. Yeah. And we were changing a ton of plates all the time and stuff. And
you're talking like 5 or 6 exercises, 4 sets each. Like,
yeah. So it's like
working sets.
So, but that was still hour and a half, and it was longer rest periods too, because you're training legs and you're fucking going heavier.
An arm workout was like an hour though.
Yeah. Most workouts were an hour and 15 max.
Yeah.
But anyway, the whole thing is, it's not like, I think people sometimes need to understand that when you make a statement, it's not absolute. Like, there's so many different variables to training that if I say your training should be 60 to 90 minutes, that's a general statement for like the majority of lifters. Mm-hmm. Obviously, there's going to be somebody like Roman doing, 40 sets per workout, and it's going to take him 2 hours.
It doesn't mean that's necessarily conducive, but yes.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't mean, first of all, it doesn't mean it's right, but even if it's right, it doesn't mean it's the average. That's like a one-off, right?
Yeah, an average is not the highs and lows,
Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to clarify, like, people need to understand, when someone's making a statement in a video, you can't cover every single fucking scenario in the world when you're talking about training. You try and give what worked for you or your general outlook on training, and then you could take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You guys have the same outlook on training. Like when I trained, I was like, I just wanted to be in the gym, get it done, and get the fuck out.
Yes.
Like I didn't want to I don't want to hang out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking chill out after and have a shake and talk to 20 people. And
yep.
I noticed that now, like especially where I'm at training now, there's this it's this culture where like people are at the gym all day.
Yeah, it's become
a
more
club.
of a social, especially
it's a social club.
Location. Like you go to somewhere like Pure or like a place like that where it's a big social aspect. Like if you have a big community built there, you'll get people hanging out there all day for
sure. Yeah,
but I think it's the people and their reasoning for joining. So we used to train. Yes. So me and Paul, and maybe before I met Paul, I used to train with like 5 or 6 guys. So it was social, but we all had the same goals. So I would meet at a friend's house. We would smash like a half chicken dinner. Then we would go to the gym and we would watch probably a Ronnie Coleman or Dorian Yates video.
We all did the same thing. And then the exact same thing. And
then we would leave his house, go to the gym, smash a fucking workout. If anything, we'd walk on the treadmill for 5 minutes. Yeah. Then smash a fucking workout. And we both wanted to leave because we're like, we got to eat. Let's get the fuck out of here. And we go hit out there. We go hit a burger.
That's what my thing is. Like, I want to go home and just rest, or I want to go.
People now will pack. Their 6-pack,
like 20 meals.
They'll bring their
post-workout shake, their post-workout meal. They'll bring a change of clothes. They'll take a shower. They'll put on their clothes. They'll sit at the bench and eat a fucking meal and hang out with their friends.
But this
is fine. Like if that's what it makes you happy. But if you're a competitive bodybuilder, I don't think that's ideal.
But this is what I mean is when I say like your reasoning for doing it. So my reasoning for bodybuilding was I wanted to look awesome and be a bodybuilder. I think a lot of people's reasoning now is like, well, this is a cool social thing, and I can
be part of the community.
I get to look good. So it's kind of like both.
Yeah.
Whereas
I'm seeing it from like people who are pros too, though. I'm not talking about
really.
Right
Really.
It's a very like prevalent thing. Where it's like I'm physically in my gym all day because I'm training.
You're working,
right? You're working.
Yeah, and I'm seeing I'm like, bro, when I got here at fucking 9, you're still here. It's 2:00. What the fuck are you doing? Like,
I'm too slow of an eater. Being in like public spaces where I feel like I have to eat around people gives me a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, I don't like it.
In private, like at my counter with no one watching, like
Yep.
Dude, you eat on the podcast. Someone watching you all the time.
But it's different than in public. Like I don't feel rushed on the podcast. Like when you're doing it at the gym, it's like where I'm, people are around me. I feel rushed to like get it in.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like. I used to do what you're talking about at the strip club. So like when I used to work at the strip club, when I wanted to skip when I wanted to skip class at the university, I would go to the strip club and hang out and just like shoot the shit with people, and I'd be there for like 3 hours, just like hanging out,
shooting pool, playing arcade.
But I think people do that now at the gym. Like that's these are where my friends are. I'm going to stick around with my friends and hang out.
I watched a girl today. I don't know her name, so I can't even call her out. But like, she's a young girl, like training at the gym. This girl comes to the gym every day with 3 different outfits that she's ready to take pictures in.
Are you serious?
So it's like one outfit, one starts, walk around, make it look like I did some sets here, take some pictures.
No.
Go back to the change room, change, come back, do some other sets, whatever, take some pictures. Not a drop of sweat has been pushed out of her forehead.
I'm glad you don't know her name. That's probably good not to.
It's the Gymshark generation.
It's just craziness, man. Like you're not even working out. This isn't working out. This isn't training. This is just like hoping that like, oh, this seems like something cool that I could be known for or like it could identify with, and now I'm a part of it because I do the picture thing and the selfie thing and
Photoshop them.
Convince others that you do. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny when I used to work out at Worlds. There was a girl that used to train there. I would watch her come in. She would go set up at the Smith machine. She would do like 3 sets, get some video and photo, and fuck off.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen that before. Yeah.
I'm like,
I got a buddy I've known at the gym for years, like from Good Life. I won't say his name because he might watch this, but I guess he'll know who I'm talking about, but I won't air him out. But he literally will go to the gym, might do one exercise or 2, and he just finds someone to like hang around and talk the whole workout. And you could be doing like a 700-pound 1-rep max squat, and he'll talk through the whole set. And it's funny though.
Is that heavy? How heavy is that?
Like he'll be talking about like his girlfriend and just like talk right through the set, like as if you never even did. And then even when he'll be like, okay, I like blah blah blah. Eventually, 2 hours later, he'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then on his way out, he'll find another group and he'll talk to them for an hour before his way out.
Gyms always attract guys, weird people like that. Remember that guy who had at the old Central?
Don't say it. Don't say
it. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? This guy used to come there just to go in the sauna and shower, and then walk around the guy's change for a couple hours.
I didn't think you were talking about that guy.
Remember, Fouad? He put this little like hand cloth as a towel around himself and have like a little baby pin holding it up. And he was all the guys in the change room.
I got an argument with that guy one time.
Yeah, because we took the equipment to use for our show. Yeah. Remember, he complained about it. So he went up. So Fouad goes up to him on the treadmill. He's like, "Hey, I heard you got something to say to me." And the guy was like, and he ran away. I swear to God. Like just like that too.
I thought you were talking about the other guy, the bald guy that used to stare at me from anywhere in the gym. We would look at him, we would find where he was, and he was always like,
I don't remember that guy. I remember the guy though. There's can I tell one more story?
Go ahead. Okay.
There's this one guy that was really
make me look bad. It's all right.
Well, okay. Well, you want me to not say it?
No, go ahead, say it.
Okay. It was old Fouad.
I was an asshole. It's all right.
And you were like, this is like pre-contest, you know. So, anyways, this guy was just staring at Fouad the whole time we're training, and Fouad's like, this fucking guy keeps staring at me, and I'm like, I know, but he's never seen anyone your size before, you know. He just doesn't know proper etiquette not to stare. He's just in awe of you. And Fouad's like, I don't fucking care. He's getting sick of it. So the guy kept staring. So finally, Fouad marches over to the guy. The guy's on the bench doing flies, dumbbell flies. Fouad comes over the guy, stands over top of him, is like, "How do you like being stared at?" The guy put the dumbbells away and left.
You're awful, man.
Dude, look, honestly.
This is your social anxiety coming out on other people.
That was a long time ago.
Fouad no, that was
the guy was like doing way too much. Like
that was Trend Fouad. That's
Trend and Halo.
Halo testing.
Listen, I always had like this thing. I understand if you look like a freak, people are going to look.
Yeah.
But if every time you kind of look at someone's direction, they're staring at you, or if you can see them in your peripheral in the mirror and they're staring, it's like it gets uncomfortable.
He was probably so fucking flabbergasted at what he was seeing, man. This guy's like, what in the fuck is this? Right. Imagine never have seen someone like that looks like Prime You. And walk into a gym, you'd be like, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah, if he was got his mohawk and everything, you know.
Yeah.
Look,
but the
300 pounds, tattoos on the back of his arm,
yeah. I didn't always handle everything the best way back then, but
you've come
live and learn, right?
But that guy did.
I always had Paul with me. Paul would always walk.
I'd usually try to.
Paul would always walk around behind me and smooth everything over.
I usually try to, yeah.
Don't worry, man. He's just in prep. It's not, he's not like
Don't
that.
worry. It's the trend talking.
Yeah.
It's the trend talking.
It's his diet. Don't worry. He doesn't mean it.
Fuck you guys. Like you guys have never barked at anybody.
Never.
Look at Mike. Mike is for sure like punched someone in the head. Like don't look at me.
Remember that one time I yelled at those kids when we were doing hack squats?
Oh, you listen. Honestly, you guys this is the best ever because there's only 2 times in my life I've seen Paul angry. Okay, 2 fucking times out of the 20 years we've been best friends, I've only seen him angry twice. First time, we're doing leg press, and so I'm on one side, spotting, and I got a partner on the other side spotting, and Paul's doing the leg press, and we're like, okay, come on, he's done like 15 reps or something like that. I'm like, he's almost burnt. I'm like,
completely burnt.
Like, do another one, Paul. He's like, okay. And he does another one. I'm like, and I look over and me and my buddy are looking at each other and my buddy's like, keep going. So I'm like, do another one, Paul. He's like, oh, okay. So my buddy's like, again. So I'm like, come on, Paul, one more. So he does another, he's dying. He's fucking dead. Like he's barely eking the reps out. So I look over at my buddy. He's like, just one more. So I go, come on, Paul, you can do one more. He's like, well, fuck. He's like, I can't fucking do anymore. He fucking racks the weight, gets up,
stomped away,
storms off. Me and my buddy just burst out fucking laughing.
This guy was a shit.
No, this other time we're at Good Life. And me and Paul are doing fucking hack squats. You can tell the story. Go ahead.
Well, it's the same thing. You made me do like 20 extra reps when I had to reach failure.
We're gonna do a set of 8.
He used to fuck with me like that because he knows if he tells me to do more, I'll do more because otherwise he'll fucking trash me for the next week if I don't. So I would do it no matter what if he told me to do it. So yeah, I don't know. He just pushed me to like too far, and then I got done, and there was these kids around us that were just being really loud. And I was like, "This isn't a fucking playground." And they just scattered.
He pulled the total guy system. Yeah. Oh my God, it was fucking crazy.
It was the hack squat too.
But that's the only 2 times in 20 fucking years I've seen Paul angry, which is insane.
Yeah, doesn't happen often.
Okay, next topic I need to cover. So I did a podcast with Adam Hotchkiss from Merrick about Ozempic.
Ah, yes.
Now,
all the rage.
I don't necessarily. I'm probably not going to do it, but I keep getting these DMs and comments from people about like, you're a pro bodybuilder, you already know how to diet, why would you use it? And I don't see the logic there. Can somebody explain that to me? I mean, I understand.
I just think that you have the discipline and the know-withal to like make changes happen willingly, right? So they perceive that to be what you can do because you did what you did.
Agree, but we use GH, we use Test, we use Cytomel, we use Clen.
If you have a tool at your disposal,
it's also like you're highly motivated when you're bodybuilding because there's a goal, right? Whereas now you're not bodybuilding. It's like that pizza doesn't look so bad.
No, but wait a minute. But wait a minute. Like, let's take Iain for example. Well, Iain knows how to get shredded. The guy's genetically gifted for getting shredded. Why would he take Halo? It's another tool.
Yeah.
Like
I see it as an intervention, kind of. If you need it to get started on your weight loss journey, but it should be dependent on it for the rest of your life.
I don't see it as an intervention. I see it as a tool, just like any other tool that we use to get.
Have you done it before?
No,
I have.
I know some people who have though.
Mike's done it before. Mike's done.
Oh, have you, Mike?
Yeah, twice.
Really?
3 times though.
Did you feel? Yeah. I hear you feel like shit on it.
Yeah, you feel awful.
Yeah.
That's like I can fight through and eat even when I'm not hungry, so it's pointless for me because I'm programmed differently. Like even if I'm nauseous, I'll still eat.
Yeah.
But it's like I know a girl I train right now, she's on it. She literally throws up every morning.
Really?
And if you speak about a certain food, she'll fucking run to the bathroom and throw up.
Does that ever go away or subside?
That's what I mean. I don't know. But I was just like, I don't want to feel like this. And it's more intense, obviously, when you take your shot on the day you take it and then you take it a week later. So it kind of subsides over that time, I guess you could say.
Okay.
But it's like it's just you're walking around feeling like shit all the time. And you just
I'll tell you this. My brother is on his 3rd week.
Mm-hmm.
He's down 11 pounds, hasn't had one side effect.
Good.
So I'm like, Iain, how do you feel about it? You're the really like the guy who's like, just do it, shut up guy.
No, I agree with your sentiment in that like you use a tool for the job, you know, like it's hard for me. It's really such a personal choice with this kind of thing. Cause you know, for me, like I wouldn't be willing to feel that kind of shit for something that I could easily do within my control and powers, you know, like for me feeling nauseous and that feeling would be worse to me than just being hungry. I don't care.
Wait, let me just say, if it made me feel that way, I probably wouldn't want to do it because I don't want to feel.
So it depends. But it depends if you're someone that doesn't care about that. And the overarching theme is you want to lose weight and you've had a hard time with it and you want a tool to aid in that. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, it would be so hypocritical of me with all the things I do in bodybuilding to say that. You know, I mean, Melissa's been interested in it too. You know,
I talked to
a lot of people in Florida have done it.
This figure girl or wellness girl, I can't remember. She sent me a voice note on Instagram after watching the podcast. She said it's not just for like general population. She's like, I just did my last show with it. And she said she took like the minimum dose. Like it's like
it has negative effects on muscle mass though, doesn't it? Or no?
Yeah, you can't eat enough protein.
No. Wait a minute. So it doesn't have negative effects unless you don't eat. Like the drug itself, doesn't have negative effects.
Isn't catabolic in any sense. Yeah.
No.
But the thing is, you won't want to eat.
But
it really makes it like the feeling of wanting to eat is just dissipated, eh?
No, but hold on for a second, Mike. Tell me, like, I mean, you took it, so you can tell me. But from what the doctor told me, the amount of nauseousness or not wanting to eat is directly related to the dose. So this girl was telling me she took the minimum. She just 0.25, and she said she did her entire prep, ate all her meals, was totally fine, but didn't have any cravings.
It probably improved her insulin sensitivity and stuff
and it
too.
Does increase, and it does increase insulin sensitivity. So I'm like, if you're taking the minimum dose and all it's doing is curbing cravings a little bit, and you can still get your meals in, well, fucking why not?
Sure.
So I think I want to try it in that sense, where I just take the absolute minimum and just see if it curbs my hunger a little bit, and then I can keep my performance where it's at.
I've just found that like the bigger guy you are, the more muscular you are. It's hard to like guys I know that have been on it and myself. It's hard to curb. It's finding that dose that actually makes that appetite curb happen without making yourself feel nauseous all the time.
I see.
Could you replace a lot of your protein with like liquid protein though, Mike? If you're on it, like would you? Or you
I would have to really shift to like shakes and things like that, like shakes with like fruit in them, like spinach, like get my nutrients in through the shakes, right? Because I just sitting down to eat a meal, I'd be like. Oh.
I watched a couple reviews from people that were saying that they weren't hungry but still want to get in their nutritional profile for the day, so they were taking in shakes and things like that. To make sure they got everything. Look, ultimately, I can't be walking around at 270.
Great, I thought you were 260.
I was.
Oh no, yeah, I was.
That's why we're talking about Ozempic.
That's why Ozempic.
No,
things are going left.
It's because I'm a hyper responder, and I started taking some tests, and all of a sudden I'm fucking jacked again.
Blew right up.
That's Paul.
Yeah, he does look a lot thicker.
Paul looks at me today, and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, well, I've been gone for 4 days.
You're doing more than tests. I don't believe it.
They won't tell me.
I'm like, I swear, it's just a test. I don't have any
1,000 milligrams of test.
I don't have any GH. No, it's not 1,000 milligrams. It's the same dose. I said, I don't have any GH. I don't have fucking anything. I'm a hyper responder, Paul.
Hyper responder. Hey, you're a pro bodybuilder.
It's genetics.
Yeah, put that on the shirt. Hyper responder.
Yeah, you should. That's a great idea.
Good one. Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, Mike, what's going on with you this week? Anything new?
No, man. Same old stuff. My buddy just came by to say goodbye. He's moving to BC. So.
Oh yeah, he's coming back from BC.
Moving to BC forever?
Yeah, he's going to be closer to his daughter, who lives out there. So.
Are you close with him?
Yeah, I've known him since I was a kid, so pretty close. He's happy. So.
Do you have a going away party, or did you just say bye and high five?
No, he just came by and said goodbye with his girlfriend. So. But I'm thinking of heading out there this summer. I want to go to West Coast Iron and train some people and maybe do some stuff out there.
Yeah.
Cool, Jim.
I think it'd be cool.
You mean staying out for like a month or two or something, or longer?
No, maybe just like a week.
Oh, okay.
But visit, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to go out there. Yeah.
You were there before, and I was there right after you were there at West Coast.
I spent in 2021, whenever the first
Vancouver show.
One of the years, I guess it was 21. We went and stayed out there for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, you were training.
Like all the gyms were still closed in Ontario, but they were open out there, or at least West Coast was open.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So me, my buddy Mark, Chris, Melissa, and Courtney went and we rented like a big ass 5-bedroom house and just stayed out there for like almost 2 months.
Yeah. I remember I went there to judge a show, and I went to see Ron and you had just left there a couple of weeks prior.
Yeah. That was great. That was such good memories. I was in prep too. I was prepping for that was the year I won Tampa and Texas.
Yeah. I'm thinking about so I've been thinking about moving back to Toronto for a bit. I thought about getting an Airbnb for like 6 weeks as a fight camp kind of thing, and just getting in shape. What do you think?
Sweet. Yeah, where are you going to train?
I don't know, Sky Fitness, Worlds,
Toronto.
Probably Mississauga or something. I like Olympia too. Olympia is a good little kind of a hardcore gym.
Yeah.
So I thought something like that. I thought about going, and I kind of want to film like so when I was with Caged, I did this like daily trainer where they filmed every single workout for like 6 weeks, and they released it all as like a training package for people.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah. And actually Paul was fucking using it for a little while.
I was using it. Yeah.
I think we might do something like that with HOSSTILE. So I might go and like do a full transformation.
Nice.
And then I can get down to 220.
Do you you remember the old like Muscle Tech ad transformation pictures?
It'll be like that.
Yeah. It's funny because they would use like top pro bodybuilders, but the people reading the magazines don't know who the fuck these people are. So it'd be like Johnny Jackson, like in the off season, and then Johnny Jackson like pre-show, and be like, just from using fucking hydroxycut. And you're like, this is a motherfucking pro bodybuilder. This isn't like
well, we're not gonna lie like that. We're gonna be like, it's not just from using anything. It's from
just from Ozempic.
Yeah, just from Ozempic.
Body by Ozempic.
Sponsored by Ozempic. Yeah. No, we'll see. I mean, if I go that way, then I won't use Ozempic. I'll just fucking buckle down and go back. It's hard, it's weird. Mike, I don't know if you feel this way, but like, it's weird when you're bodybuilding, you have this switch that you just flip, and it's not even like it's like when we talk to you, Iain, I ask you about food. It's not even like a thought. Like there's no thought that would come in your mind tonight where you're like, I'm going to order Taco Bell. Like you're just not. It's not even there, right? And that's all pro bodybuilders have that switch where they just go, fuck it, this is what I'm doing. But when you stop and you go back, it's different.
Yeah.
It's not the same. And Mike, I don't know if you've experienced that at all, but
yeah, it's hard to do. So I think even now the way I eat, I eat like my meals every day, but it's just like I have a hard time saying no to certain things. It's just like
me too.
So I mean, to make sure I get in the food that I want to get in, that's going to keep me feeling and looking the way I basically want to feel and look, and then being way too lenient with myself on the other shit. But if I told myself I was going to cut that out, I could do it, but I don't really want to, so I don't.
You sound like every addict I've ever talked
to.
If I really want to stop, I can quit.
It's not the time, though. It's not the time.
That's what I say about my cigarettes every day.
I was just gonna say, I can quit smoking anytime I want. Yeah.
Last one.
I don't need to smoke. I want to smoke.
I want to smoke.
Yeah, it's different.
Remember that Joe Pesci?
Did it, so I can do it.
Remember Joe
Pesci? Like we said before, like there's no goal attached to it, right? Like, yes, I want to look. Yeah. Let's say I want to look a different way, but it's like I'm going to get there, and then what? And whereas like Iain gets there, and he's like, oh, I want to fucking show her, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
I'm going to qualify for this.
The end goal is maintenance, which is very daunting,
No. Wait a minute. This is actually a good conversation. So I was talking to Melissa a couple days ago.
The fuck you talking to my wife for?
Well, she messaged me from time to time, Iain. No, she sent me a message. We were talking. I forget what we were talking about, but I said something about. We were talking about eating, and she said because me and her have similar eating patterns, and she was saying, "Well, you had the discipline once, you have the discipline again. Just do it. It's no big deal." And I was like, I couldn't explain to her that it's not the same. Like, and she said to me,
"It's ironic coming from her because I feel like she's in the same boat as you. As it's not the same for her either."
But this is the part that got me. She said, we said something about a goal. And then she said, yeah, but your goal now is health. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how come the goal of getting in shape for the stage is such a black and white, I can do it. And then the goal for like staying alive for an extra 20 years is like, it's not really
time frames. It's
there's no time frame.
Yeah. Hard-ended time frames make things a lot more realistic and tangible. And I think it is an important thing to put to goals. But like I said, when, the end result of the goal, like for him, it's like you get there, it's like now the end is just maintenance. There's like, it's just I get there and now I have to just hold this forever. Like what's the end here? Where I get there, I do it, then I progress, I do another, I progress, I do another. It's like stepping stones, like hopping one to the next. Where with health goals, it's a lot more infinite. Like
well, part of it. Go ahead, Paul. Sorry.
If you're stepping on stage, though, if you cheat, you're the one that's going to look like an idiot on stage. So there's that fear too of
Well, part of the beauty of bodybuilding for me was always the instant gratification. When I did something, I could see the result directly, like the next day or the next month or the next year. Like it was very, very close. Like whether I was in the off season trying to grow, I could see it in my lifts. I could see it in my measurements. If I was dieting for a show, I could see it in my physique and fat loss. Like whatever the thing you wanted to do in bodybuilding, you could always see a result very quickly. So it kept you motivated. Whereas it's like you guys are saying with the health thing, it's like you can't really see it, and it's very long term.
Like a lot of like retired guys or guys who don't compete anymore, and then they find like they make up what shows are in their mind. Like, oh, I got to go to this beach club party in like 2 months.
I know.
And they're like,
I know a guy once.
Whole diet and like cycle. They're going to be at this beach party and we consider
they find a thing. Yeah, they find a thing. That's there. Yeah.
I know this guy used to take diuretics before he went away.
Oh, so
yeah. On the beach.
These guys.
I think I know who you're talking about. Those guys are the worst.
Yeah. I know a lot of guys that do this. Yeah.
I would rather a guy tell me they're taking Winstrol for 2 months before going away on vacation than say I took diuretics for a week before fucking like that's way.
You know what? You know what really surprised me though? Someone told me not too long ago that they know a girl that used to take diuretics before going to bars.
Doesn't surprise me.
Really? That surprised me.
People are fucking. They don't.
I know lots of people that would go for the Olympia when the Olympia used to be in September, and you'd still be pool parties.
They'd be jacked. They'd
fucking hammer the diuretics for that week. Look good wearing their fucking tank tops at the expo and look good for the pool parties all the time.
I get them up in the dose or something before going to like some big event to look good, but to take diuretics like that's
the diuretic is stupid because unless your body fat is low enough, it's not going to make you look better really.
Right, you look worse.
Right,
it
makes you look worse because you look smaller, but not really leaner. There's no body fat under that.
You know when I learned that? I think one of my first or second guest posings, I took diuretics to guest pose.
And that's why I said that.
Yeah.
And all it made me do was look fatter because it shrank my muscles and emptied out all the water, but all the fat was still there. So I'm like, it looked worse.
Yeah, no, off-season guest posings don't take diuretics. Like there's such like everyone's physique's obviously a little different, but there's such like a hard line with where it makes you look better versus worse,
because if you have body fat on you, I would much rather walk into a guest posing and be full as a fucking house.
It's fucking gigantic. Yeah. Like Dorian Yates off season just
rather than okay, I tried to take a diuretic, I got 5 pounds of water off, but I still have 8% or 10% body fat, like
or more. Yeah.
The guys who retire that I admire. I mean, one obviously is Jay Cutler because he just has that never ending like
that's great.
Or like Seth Feroce, these guys are just like, they want to look great. And I'm like, I admire that. It's kind of where my goal is to kind of get to that place in my life where they are.
Yeah.
But the other guys I admire is someone like Greg Doucette.
Yeah.
So he left bodybuilding and now he's like this crazy fucking cyclist guy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Well, he just kind of came full circle because he was actually a triathlete before a bodybuilder.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. So that's kind of like me. Like I want to go back to running as a way to like kind of put in that athletic energy or like goal pursuit energy that I have, So like, even if you suck and you're slow or like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It's just the progression within that,
I wonder
as
if
a goal and a reason to eat your meals right, do your training like that is different, but also conducive to your long-term health, and cycling is perfect for that.
That doesn't translate to other sports though. Like I played soccer and I played football before bodybuilding.
It doesn't translate to those as well.
You could join a men's soccer league for it.
No, it translates. Yeah, it translates to.
I'll join with you.
270 pounds running around.
I'll join with you.
You'd really be getting people staring at you then. You'll be beating everybody up.
Like a beer league soccer league. We'll go join one.
Individual athletic pursuits.
Yeah. But you would think. But this is the thing. So when I left football, like not left football, I was never like Mike's level or anything. But like when I stopped playing football after high school, I didn't have any other athletic outlet. That's kind of where bodybuilding came in.
Yep.
So you would think if bodybuilding's done, I would find another outlet, like either jiu-jitsu or jogging or something.
You have to make an intent to find it at that point.
I think that's the thing is I don't really have the priority for it because I'd rather lift weights and just like.
Well, and when you're young too, like you're still figuring out who you are and finding these things, where when you're older, you've kind of found yourself. So you need to actually look to find new things, like if you wanted to get into MMA, like you need to make the active decision. It's not just going to be like fall in your lap. Like, ooh, I like MMA now.
You have to force yourself into
You got to force yourself to like sign up for a school, go do lessons, like do, like you would do for your children,
Are we going to go do MMA ball?
I've been wanting to for a long time, Fouad.
Mike, Paul's got a jiu-jitsu background.
I got a little bit. It's very informal. It's very informal.
Don't be shy. Let us hear it.
It's not much.
Tell Mike about your jiu-jitsu background, Paul.
You want to tell my UFC story?
Tell him about Tell him.
Okay. Back a long time ago, I used to bounce in bars, and me and a bunch of guys. There was a couple guys that were friends of ours that bounced too that were black belts. So we rented a dojo on Sundays, and we would just do some informal stuff. And the guys that were black belts or whatever level they were at would just kind of show us some stuff in that. So we're doing that for I don't know, a couple months. It wasn't that long really. And then there was a guy from where we lived that was a UFC fighter at the time. This is back in the early days of UFC when they did tournament style and that. So he got wind of our little sessions, and he called me up one day and he was like, "Hey, I heard you guys are doing this, and I need some guys to spar with for my next fight."
Who is this guy? I feel like you're going to say some crazy name. Like,
no, it's not anybody not anybody the world would know.
I don't think there's no harm in saying it.
No, it was Dave Beneteau, right?
Dave Beneteau.
Yeah. So at the time he was a UFC fighter.
Good, no?
Yeah, he went to the finals against Dan Severn.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had quickest knockout in UFC history at the time. It was like 37 seconds or something like that. So anyways, so I knew Dave through other people. We were friends through other friends. And so Dave was like, "Yeah, I'm looking for some bigger guys to spar against. So I want to come down and spar with you." I was like, fuck.
This just turned not fun.
Yeah, so I don't want to go. I do not want to go. I knew he was going to rip my arms off. So
like, I'm looking for some test dummies to smash around.
Yeah, like I'm just, there's no way here. So anyway, and plus I was bodybuilding at the time, so I was very worried about getting injured. So the day came, I was sick. And and one of my friends still showed up, and he ended up carrying a bicep sparring against him.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
see?
Yeah. And then I remember Dave was calling my house too. Like, he's like, "Paul, it's Dave. Where you at?" I'm at the hall. I was just like, "Fuck."
I'm so sick.
Yeah. I wasn't even answering the phone. I was too sick to answer the phone.
What happens when you play with professionals in their sports, like my broken arm with Devin Larratt or tearing a bicep with a pro MMA guy? It's just don't do it, people.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like I said, I was
professionals for a reason, and you're not.
And at the time, I thought I'd become a pro bodybuilder. At least that was my dream. Yeah. And so I didn't want to.
No chance I'd be fucking in there. Absolutely no.
Was it really your dream though, Paul?
It was my dream. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, it was my dream early on. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You knew that.
Well, I thought
I lived my dream through you, Fouad.
What the hell you think we're in the gym?
So what do you think I've been doing for the last 35 years of the gym? Think I'm just trying to look good or what?
I thought it was more of a
pro card.
I thought it was more of a wish than a dream. I didn't think it was the dream means like you really wanted.
I told you my story, Fouad, early on. Robert Kennedy wrote me a letter, told me I had some potential. I thought I was going to be something.
Robert Kennedy
hand wrote me a letter. Robert Kennedy hand wrote me a letter. I swear to God.
Where is it?
I lost it. I wish.
Well, you can't tell me.
I swear to God, I wouldn't.
Nobody loses something like that.
I swear on my daughter's lives. So I'm serious. Yeah, no, I swear to God, I got a handwritten letter from Robert Kennedy telling me that he saw my pictures or whatever, and he was impressed with me, thought I had potential, asked me to send him a picture. I got the magazine, asked me to send him a picture, and whatever. And so I did. And he was like this big.
Was it a naked picture?
No, it was a side chest. You
want
side chest. It was just like this big though. Like, remember they used to have Canadian Corner?
Yeah.
In Muscle Mag? Yeah. So
they put you in the magazine, and you thought you were on your way.
Yeah.
Then what happened?
And then I competed in Western Ontario's in 1994, and Greg Kovacs was there.
Greg, wait, but in Greg's defense, so for people who don't know Greg, rest in peace. For people who don't know Greg's history and they only know like the last version of Greg,
he was fucking good.
Greg was. Originally, when Greg first started, before he got super huge, he was fucking awesome.
Yeah, he was good.
Like and honestly, just to pay him even more respect, people should know that Muscle Tech was built on that guy's back.
Yeah.
Those first bunch of Cell Tech gained 10,000% power. Like those were all built on Greg Kovacs's size and lifts and shit.
World's biggest bodybuilder.
That motherfucker competed against Paul.
He did. Yeah. Well, not the same weight class,
He was on stage at like close to 400 pounds once.
Yeah.
His career when he looked terrible, but he was still like 385 on stage, and it felt like he's 6'8",
Right. He was pretty
there's so many urban myths about Greg too. Like,
oh, I know. Like
how strong he was.
He was so big he had to eat out of a bowl with a wooden stirring spoon because he couldn't get the. I've heard so much shit.
That's bullshit.
Because he's sweating so much, and you have to use towels to wipe his ass.
No. Well, okay, the towel bowl wiping the ass. I don't know. That's a Nasser story, but
you've heard that one, eh? Yeah,
I've heard that one. But the girlfriend with the fan, I've actually seen that.
Oh yeah,
he's got a little fan. Yeah, got a little fan.
She'd hold it up for him.
Sweating. Yeah.
Really, okay, that's awesome.
Let's take a look. Greg Kovacs. So this is age 17. That's insane.
Well, there's the hilarious picture with him and Cutler there down to the left.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Look how big he is, man.
Jeez.
And that's not like a shitty small Jay Cutler. That's like a good Jay Cutler. You know?
This is the final version of Greg that people remember. But this is the young Greg.
Yeah.
Like,
he was so fucking big, man.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing him one day, like the first Canadian Nationals or something. He wasn't obviously at his like prime or anything competing wise, but he was fucking huge. And I remember seeing this guy. I was like, what in the fuck? The back of his head's so wrinkly, you know? Like,
yeah.
So
and he didn't even win the show.
As far as being a pro bodybuilder, even though I thought he had a great physique when he was younger, like I think this is one of these younger shots, obviously, but like even though I thought he had a great physique as far as being massive, as far as ads go, there's nobody more impressive like than having this guy in your fucking ads,
like curling 120s, you know,
especially in those days when bodybuilding was still
like this is, I mean, if you look at this, you're like, oh, that's not that impressive. But if you
this isn't like his best either.
No, but also if you saw this in person on
because that's 355 pounds.
Yeah, this is a guy who's 6'8", like
Mm-hmm.
Well, how tall was he? Like 6'4", 6'5"?
I want to say 6'5", 6'6".
This is a better shot. Let's see. Is this a?
There, it's at 6'5". Yeah, it just said there.
God damn! I got to get premium.
6'5", 400 pounds, 308 at this show on stage.
Look at this.
Looks good there.
Yeah, this show he looked not bad at, right?
I think he looks fucking great there.
Yeah.
Look how fucking big he is.
Yeah.
6'8", looking like that. I mean, fuck.
What show is this?
I forget what it said. One sec.
The Quebec flag.
The Nationals?
Yeah, imagine showing up at your first Nationals and seeing this fucking thing backstage.
Yeah. Well, I saw him at my level 2 show backstage. So right away, I was like, I'm in the wrong sport.
Yeah.
That's the fucking, that's really impressive at 6'8". I mean, his conditioning's really good. Muscles are actually pretty proportionate. Could use a little bit bigger legs, but like,
yeah.
I want to see a back shot.
And he didn't win the show either. Fred Antiwi won the overall at that show.
Oh yeah, Freddie.
Lou Frigno was the guest poser at the show, and Greg was bigger than him.
Flag. Hey, this must be a national show.
Yeah,
back's good. Back's
good.
His conditioning's great.
Yeah. Who used to train him? Who used to do his diets?
What's his name?
Abel.
Scott Abel.
Oh, Scott did? Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know if it like forever. I know Chad worked with him near the end of his career. But I think in the beginning, like at this time, I think it was Scott Abel. Scott Abel had a lot of good athletes.
Scott Milne. Used to work with Scott Milne too.
Scott Milne was another fucking giant.
Yeah. Huge.
Rest in peace.
He has that super famous picture with him walking the tiny dog, That's like a viral picture. Yeah. Most people don't even know who it is, but
Scott Milne.
He was Muscle Tech too, wasn't he, Scott?
Yep. They had all the giant fucking guys, man. They were great at marketing their people.
And they even had like the Mike Platts and the guys that were like super aesthetic, like fucking guys back then too.
Yeah. This is Scott Milne. Let's see if we can get a good representation here. What is this? Get out of here. That's guest posing.
Yeah. Scott only did a couple pro shows, I think.
He was a big boy too, though.
Look at
he was a big dude.
Look at this fucking guy, man.
Yeah.
That's a giant motherfucker, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. No.
Where's the picture?
I don't think we're gonna find it.
You know the one I'm talking about, though, right?
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Where he's like walking down the street with a tiny dog on the leash.
Yeah. I was thinking about somebody when we were looking at Greg Kovacs, and it fucking slipped my mind now. Anyway, so that was the end of Paul's bodybuilding career.
Well, no, it wasn't, Fred. That was that was the end of my first bodybuilding career.
I resurrected your career.
Well, no, but that's how I met you, though. Well, that's how I got to really know you well. How'd you
guys meet here?
10 years later. Well, we met at the strip club. I was working at the strip club that Fouad started working at after me. And he told me to keep an eye on my girl for me.
I was watching his girlfriend.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
Keep a real close eye on her for you.
I was trying to be nice. I was like, I'm like, this guy doesn't know me too well. He kind of knows me. I was like, don't worry, I'll keep an eye on your girl for you. Like I meant it like in a nice way, and he took it like I was like gonna be fucking her all night.
Yeah, you probably were. Anyway, but I knew Fouad a little bit because I judged his first show too. And
you were judging all the way back when you were judging back then?
I've been judging for like over 20 years. I've been judging for like 22 years now. So anyway, so then when I decided to start competing again 10 years later, I wanted to coach. So I went up to Fouad and I was like, hey, would you coach me? And he was like, sure. And that was it.
And then he made a comeback of some sort,
and then we became training partners when he saw how
but then like he only got so far because I can only work
injuries.
I can only work with whatever's there. So
torn pec. Torn pec.
It wasn't
not a miracle worker here.
Yeah. I won the Ontarios though. I won my weight class of the Ontarios.
Did?
Wow. Yeah, Ben Pikulski won the overall. And I won the overall at the Westerns. And yeah, I did okay for a bit.
Let's see if we can find a picture of Paul here.
I can send you a couple of
that's
not a good picture of me. That's at my barber shop.
Bleach blonde?
That's at my barber shop. He asked me to take a picture for his Instagram.
Why is that the first one that comes up?
I don't know why.
Local fitness guru, Paul Lauzon.
Guru. That's when I saw the little hair.
There's a picture of you guys trained together.
Oh yeah, here. This was the.
Oh yeah, I did a photo shoot for Muscle Mag.
This was the touch training we did.
Yep.
It was supposed to be like if you touch a muscle, it makes it grow more.
me and Fouad are.
That work with everything.
There's another one there.
Here it is again. I'm touching.
That's a famous one. That's the famous one right there.
Yeah.
We
where's your pictures?
It was
Paul?
like I sent you some, didn't I, before?
No, but I thought they were online.
They're old now, Fouad. They might not be there anymore.
There's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put that one up, I think.
I know there's pictures of you online. I guess we'll have to find them. I don't know.
Yeah, they're old now.
Anyway. So yeah, that's Paul's bodybuilding career.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell. And now you're a pro. You got your pro card.
I got my pro card.
And judging.
Yeah, well, I took off judging.
Huh?
I could tick off anything on there. It's got
Is that how it works? You get the pro card and it's got all the boxes. You just
that's all it used to be.
Next year,
I noticed now.
Check pro bodybuilder and get on stage.
Yeah. I noticed now when you fill it out online.
All right, let's do some questions. What's going on, Paulie?
Not much, Fouad. How are you?
Not bad. We are a little bit older, and Viagra and Cialis are a part of our schedules as bodybuilders. I know I use a low dose for better pumps. Do you use Cialis or Viagra at all?
I use Cialis every day.
Use it in the bedroom?
I do have some stronger ones for the romantic evenings with my wife.
Well, is it embarrassing to ask the doctor?
No, I'm not embarrassed by it.
Well, I know some people are embarrassed to ask the doctor. So if you go to REXMD.com/RBP, you can now get your Viagra or Cialis for 90% off by using code RBP. So if you're using it for the gym to get better pumps, or if you're using it for the girl to make her happy, either way, you can get your prescriptions or your Viagra, your Cialis through REXMD.com/RBP. It's a good deal, right? 90% off?
90% off with your code, or
90% off with the RBP code.
That's crazy. I'm probably going to order right now on my phone.
All right, check it out.
I will.
Oh, wait, before we do questions, we didn't even talk about the main thing I want to talk about, the fucking Masters.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The what?
The Masters. Olympia names came out. Actually, I wanted to talk about, no, let's leave that alone.
Are we putting any bets on this? This would be a good one to
if you don't want to lose.
I'll put bets on it.
With the bet, we didn't even go through with the bet last time.
Whatever happened to that?
Yeah, what did it? Guy still owes us.
What was he supposed to do?
He's supposed to get his nipple or belly button or whatever.
Belly button, that's right. You never did it? How come you only guy that pays up?
I paid up.
Would you had to shave your beard before?
Yeah, I had to shave my beard, and I had to. What else did I have to do?
I done shots of hot sauce.
I sent Iain money when I lost money.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
How much money?
$500.
$500.
Yeah, I paid up. I got my nipple pierced.
Yeah.
Would you rather pay $500 or get your nipple pierced?
I'd rather pay $500. That hurt a lot. And it was hell taking care of that for the first couple of weeks.
We should do that from now on when we make the bets. We should have it either or.
Yeah.
You can pay the money. You can pay the money.
You can pay your way out.
Yeah, you can pay.
Okay.
On your way out of jail. Yeah.
All right. Do I got to make another fucking spreadsheet? All right. Let's take a look. So this is the Masters Olympia. I have to be.
Oh, Bernica.
I have to say this real quick. There are some good names on here. I thought there would be some other names.
Yeah.
I thought might come out of the blue. Like I thought somebody like an Evan Senapani might jump in, or because Evan's still big, he still looks good.
Victor,
I would have liked to see.
Victor still looks fucking great. Like there's some guys I thought, I don't know, maybe it's not enough money, maybe it's not worth it for them. I don't know, but I thought there'd be some guys like from my era that were still in shape. Seth Feroci's already in fucking shape. He could jump in and fucking do the show. So like, I thought there would be some other names, but anyway, let's go through.
There also might be names added in time.
Oh, so this isn't a final list then?
Well, it's still 15 weeks or something, so I'm sure that people could be added if they really wanted to,
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we got Fred Smalls. I'm not sure who Joseph Persante is. Josh Lenarowitz.
That's interesting, eh?
Making a comeback. I hope.
4 or 5 years since he's been on stage.
It's been a while.
I hope he does.
That's like a 7th place at the Olympia guy, right?
I hope he does it in good health. That's my only prayer for him, because I know he's had issues every time he's tried to come back. So I hope he has no issues.
Yeah.
Kamal, Ken Jackson, Logan, Merrick, Olenjacek. I don't know. Do you know who that is, Ian?
Yeah, you would recognize him if you saw him.
Okay. Max Charles, Michael Eli, Michael Lind, Philip Klahar.
Isn't Michael Lind Canadian?
I'm not.
Or is that Mike Linds?
No, that's
Mike Linds. Yeah,
that's Linds. That's Linds. So this is Robert Bernicka is interesting.
Yeah, remember him?
I know. Yeah,
he was strong. He was really strong.
Yeah, I mean, he's made it to the Olympia a few times back in the day.
Did he?
Did he? He did MMA in Russia, didn't he? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I think it's the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy. Here.
Yeah, he did like a bunch of MMA fights.
Guy had massive arms.
Yeah, he did. He's going way back
too, still.
What's
That's
that?
going back to like early 2000s, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, he was in my era or right after, wasn't he?
I think he was before you.
He was right before you, into you, and then retired right before you.
Okay.
You think he was before me? I thought he was after me.
I think so. No?
I don't know. Go to his Google and just kind of look at his competitive history and see when he was competing.
He's Polish, isn't he?
Looks like it, yeah.
Robert Beneka.
Lithuanian.
Okay.
He's 44, so he's a little older than you.
Industry pioneer in UFC, Bellator, all things MMA.
Fights in Bellator?
Yeah, had fights. Yeah.
Wow.
There, click his Wikipedia. It'll probably have his competitive. Up to, right there, yeah.
There it is. 2014. Yeah, he was. Oh, no, 2006. No, that's NPC. NPC. Yeah, he was a year after me.
Yeah.
I turned pro in 07.
Oh. No, he didn't turn pro till
it wasn't
2010.
Yeah, I thought he was after me. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Oh, he was after you? Really? Eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned pro a couple of years or 2 or 3 years before him. But regardless,
we didn't go to I'm thinking of some. Oh no, there. Olympia 16th. You see, we went to one Olympia. Yeah.
Okay. Images. So this is a good shot. I mean, he's not in his best shape. It's got to be one of his older ones.
2011.
Oh no, it's not.
He's not in shape there.
Oh, this is not in shape. This is where he took 16 at the Olympia.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a better shot of him.
Yeah.
There's a photo shoot picture. Anyway, he's got great proportions, massive legs,
big legs,
good arms,
yeah.
Big fucking guy.
44 is still pretty young.
Yeah.
There's a good shot.
Know who used to have a really nice physique that I think he did the first show I did with you in Orlando was shit. He had the bald head as well. Really proud.
Robert.
No,
Polish guy.
Marius.
I know who you're talking about.
Fuck, he did Orlando with us. Yeah.
He'd always place top 5 on the end of the top 5.
Ones. He had a really beautiful shape. What the fuck was that guy's name?
I can't think of it. But if you look up that show.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Let's go back to the list while Ian's looking that up. So we have Ron Stevens, Rusty Jeffers. Isn't Rusty like he's got to be
60?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got that crazy mustache.
Slavoj Bednar, Tony Lagrini.
Vinny Galante. Wow.
Yeah, I seen Vinny at the Arnold.
Vinny's got to be like 55, 60 also, no?
I think he's like 50-ish.
Vladimir
Darius Doan.
I know that name.
Who was it?
Marius Dohne.
Oh yeah.
Marius
he won a show or two.
Yeah. I remember this guy.
I love this guy's physique.
I think from South Africa.
I think he had
South African. That's what it is.
Yeah, I think he had health issues. I think that's why.
Yeah, but like that was a sick. He had a sick physique.
Yeah. He had good legs. Good.
He came 10th in that show. So somehow I beat him, but
I remember that show. That was your debut. That was Fouad's first win.
Yeah, Michael Lockett. Fedorov was there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fedorov, that's right. Yeah.
That's somebody I would like to see in here. Isn't Michael Lockett of age to do
Oh
this?
yeah,
I saw he's like 215, like peeled now. You know,
peeled. I saw a video.
I don't think he can get fat. Like I literally don't think he can.
So you got to think probably Kamal and Klahar are the two favorites.
I'm going with Max Charles.
Max Charles too. Yeah.
I'm going with
Ken Jackson could do good too.
Yeah.
Ken Jackson.
Yeah, Phil's too big for them though. I think.
I'm gonna go Kamal.
I'm gonna bet with you guys. Fuck you guys. Max Charles is gonna win.
Kamal.
I got Phil's back on this one.
Yeah, I go with Phil too.
Yeah.
Lionel
Phil, Max, Ken.
Lionel Becky.
Lionel's not in the show. I would like to say Josh. Like, you know, obviously if we're going by at their best, Josh wins this hand over foot. But Josh hasn't been on stage in 5 years, and Phil's still been active. Like he was competing last year and still doing well. And he's been, you know, in first call outs most of the shows he's done at bigger shows. So I have to go with him for sure. Yeah.
Phil Klahar is a good pick. I'm just being argumentative.
I think Phil's too good from the back for Max Charles. That's all.
I don't think Kamal
have amazing legs. I think Max is a little better through the midsection for sure. And then Phil just is so good from the back.
We could say this: Phil, Max, Ken, and Kamal are the only ones that are have still been consistently competing.
Well, no, Merrick. Look at Merrick; he's still competitive, I think, in doing shows.
Sorry, I don't know who Merrick is, or I don't recognize.
You will.
Yeah, Merrick. How do you spell the last name? OLEJ.
Share the screen.
I'm gonna in a sec. 1 sec. Oljanixek. I'm guessing.
I'm surprised that you guys think that those Max or Phil are going to beat Kamal.
Well, Kamal, I think, was showing ages of signs of age at the Arnold. This guy's really good.
You recognize this guy, right?
Yeah, he's really good. I don't recognize him. No.
I don't either.
He's got a ton of fucking muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to see too.
Yeah, he can get good.
So, and then I think, so those four are still competing though. Is anybody else still competing on this list?
I think a lot of them are. Like, I think Slavboy still is. Sergio still is. I think a lot of these guys still are. But they're just like lower tier guys, you know.
When's the last time Fred Smalls competed?
I was going to say, could Fred
at
Smalls
least 3 or 4 years?
Yeah.
You know, Fred Smalls had a really good physique. Could he upset the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
He had some pretty big injuries though, right? Like near the end, like tore a pec and stuff like that.
Oh, did he?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think Phil is better than Fred if Fred looks like this.
Yeah, but this is the best Fred, and I don't know. I think conditioning wise too, Freddie never quite got it good, you know. Yeah. But no, I mean it's not a blowout by any means. If Fred comes in looking like he did in 15, 16 kind of thing, I definitely think he'll be a match. Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's a nice shot.
He's a great poser too.
Yeah.
Fred. Okay, so talking about Kamal. So Paul, you're the IFBB judge here. You didn't see at the Arnold. You didn't see what you thought was signs of aging.
Oh no, I did, yeah. But I just think he's the one that's probably most has stayed the most sharp over the last couple of years of doing regular shows. And I think he's the most complete out of those guys.
I don't think so. Phil Klahar, other than his stomach being a little distended this year or this past year, Phil was, I mean, just 2 years ago, Phil was really competitive with Ian and Steve Kuklo.
He had a good year a couple of years ago, and I like Phil too.
But he had the same physique this year, except his stomach was a little bit more distended.
He hasn't quite hit the condition quite the same, but yeah.
When's the last time he competed? I'm not recalling his last.
I think he competed last season.
Yeah, wasn't it like Texas or something like that?
Texas, I don't remember. But how did he do there? Do you guys remember?
I can look.
He was in the top 6 to 8. I don't know.
But he slipped last year, didn't he? Compared to the year before, from what he was doing.
He wasn't as good as the year before, but he's still.
I just think Kamal always comes in shape. You know, he's very balanced.
This is okay. So this is why I'm arguing against Kamal, and hopefully Kamal's not watching this. It's not personal. The only reason I'm saying that is because I feel like what I saw at the Arnold, is not reversible.
Well, he also lost. He also lost to Patrick Moore, and I don't think Patrick Moore beats Phil Klahar any day.
But could that have been a tired Kamal? Because Kamal did a lot of competing the last couple of years too.
Yeah, I mean, they're all older guys though, you know. Like,
and I guess he's not coming off of much of a break right now either.
What I saw was, especially from the back.
Yeah,
I saw a muscle looked like it was not
maybe you saw
it was aging. It was looked like they aged it fine. You know, you remember Dexter?
That's what I was about to say.
Remember
last year,
the last Olympia Dexter did? He took 9th.
Yep.
It was
I beat him. I beat him.
It was like 1 year he's Dexter, and then the next year he's a little bit older.
Yeah,
and you can kind of see it.
Is it 50? Is that when it happens?
At Tampa the year before, and then won, and then I beat him at the Olympia after that. He was very.
And it's almost like the same thing happened with Kamal. We saw him in Tampa, almost beat Akeem, and then we see him at the Arnold. Looks like the age just caught up with him all of a sudden.
Yeah. It's almost like right with 50, 51, right around there, right where it seems to happen, where can't quite hold on to it anymore.
I think it's 40. I think when you're talking about somebody like, I think those guys are aliens. When you talk about Dexter, and Kamal,
but that's what I mean. Even the aliens, though, they can only hold on to it to about 50.
Yeah, I think it's how you train, also like your total training age. Like I think guys like Phil Klahar maybe not started being competitive till they're a little later. They can get into it a little farther, but I don't think anyone can withstand like 30, 40 years of this kind of training. I think we can get like 20. So if you do it from 20 to 40 or 18 to 38 or whatever, you know, I think we all get like 20 years of being okay, you know?
I actually have a little bit of different outlook on it based on something Abdullah said. Abdullah was talking about Rami, and he wasn't making any absolute statements. But when I did the podcast with him, he was saying something about the bigger you get, the more your kidneys have to process, blah, blah, blah. He's kind of going down that line. And it's something I don't think we ever talk about, because it's like, sure, your body takes a beating, like, you know, your tendons, your joints, all that when you're lifting, your muscle itself.
Of course.
But what we don't ever talk about is your body has to process all these drugs, and your body has to
and all the food and the size of your muscle and your blood pressure and your kidneys. So it's like there may be a certain point where it has nothing to do with muscle and it has more to do with your body not processing things properly.
Yeah, like things are just getting old.
You start developing like digestion issues. You start developing, you know what I mean? You're not processing your food the same. Like these things these things can also happen in your 40s, right? So it's like
whatever, it's like receptor degradation where like you're not taking the drug as well. Do you know what I mean? There's not as much, pathways aren't open or pathways are closed, and things are just not receiving as well as they were before.
Yeah, not everybody's a hyper responder like I am. So it takes like these things
can be.
These things start to fade for most people.
Yeah. For the average.
The life of a hyper responder.
Tough.
That's my new favorite term. I'm putting it on a fucking shirt. That's it.
It's my cross to bear.
Yeah.
brutal life, guys. Doing 50 makes a test. I'm jacked.
Once I touch it, I just touch a drug.
Look at the needle.
I can sniff an amp.
The dust from my Anadrol. If I just get it on my fingers,
spit out of my shakes. Like Salt Bay.
Okay, so Ian, you're going with Phil Klahar. Paul, you're going with Kamal.
Yes.
Still, even after we just talked about.
Yes.
I'm going to change your mind before the show.
No, I've learned my lesson from that.
No, this is going to backfire though.
Well, we'll see as pictures start coming out. We'll see how I stick.
We should make the bet now, and you can't change it.
Well, when's the show?
15 minutes.
Oh no, I'm not saying nothing right now. Then I'll lock it. No. Yeah, because a lot of more guys could jump in too, Fouad. It's not fair. Let's wait till at least 10 weeks out, 8 weeks out.
I'm sticking with Phil no matter what.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so
I mean, even if like a older Victor, these guys jump in, I think Phil would still beat him.
I would take Victor if he goes in.
I don't think
you're really big on Phil, eh?
I just think Phil is still a competitive, active bodybuilder, and I think being in the mix matters.
I agree.
Because if not, we would all be choosing Josh Lenardowitz, you know?
Yeah. How old is Phil? See that? I don't know.
What's wrong? What were we going to say, Paul?
His hamstrings. Like I would just say that. Like that's always one thing I've always noticed.
Yeah,
on
but
Phil,
look at this. He looks better than Ian here.
Whoa!
I'm just joking.
Hey.
No. I mean, look, he looks incredible here. If he can bring, even, 90% of this, I think
there's a most muscular with him above it too.
But that was probably his best ever showing too.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah, he looked really, really good. No, I know it's his best ever showing. That's what I'm saying. Even if he can get close to this, though, I think he edges out.
Kamal.
I think he edges
Were you
out.
judging? Didn't he turn pro in Canada?
I don't know.
He did. Yeah, at Ben Weider.
Were you judging there?
I wasn't judging, but I was at the show. I was helping
Texas,
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met Phil at that show. He's a really nice man. Can I see the Kamal's last picture, Sweat?
1 second. Okay. No. Sorry. Let me just X out of this. I wonder if we can see. Is this no?
No, that's old.
I don't know how many pictures are there going to be of Kamal from the Arnold. He wasn't really at his best, so I don't think we're going to be able to find a lot.
No, okay.
You have to go to his Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know, Paul.
Okay, no problem. I'll look up after.
I mean, this is him at his best, right? But I don't know if this is the Kamal we're going to see. If he looks like this, you're right.
Yeah. If he looks like that, I agree. He'll probably win.
If he looks like this, you're 100% right.
Would you say, Fouad? Remember we saw him in Florida last year? If he looked like that, you think he wins?
If he looks like Tampa, he wins. For sure. Well, okay. If Phil is at his Texas look, then it might be tough.
Yeah.
So we're talking about two guys at their best.
They'll both be not as good as those versions of themselves. And I think at that point, Phil's just going to be too big, especially from the back.
I see it as what I think a likelihood could be is that Phil's going to be too soft and Kamal's going to beat him on conditioning and be a little bit more complete.
It's possible. Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think Kamal will be.
Phil's going to listen. Don't let me down, Phil.
I think Kamal will probably be more conditioned, but I think Phil's muscle is going to look better. Yeah. Especially from the back. His back is really good.
Yeah.
And his legs. Sure. And his legs have a really
quads.
Good quads. Yeah, the thing is, his quads. But that's Kamal's weak downfall, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. So Kamal's strong point to me, other than his overall shape, was his back. No, his
detail. But the detail to his back.
I thought his back was big. Like I thought he had really good lats. Like if you look at some of these older photos, sorry.
But no one's gonna look big in the back standing next to Phil Hard doing a lat.
That's kind of my point. Is like that, and especially if it's not what it used to be. Now he's kind of like lost his best body part, right? Like that's a great back.
Yeah. But was his back lat spread wasn't as strong of a pose, was it?
I thought it was. Let me see if I can find there's one there. Yeah, because I remember his lats came low, right?
They're low hanging, yeah.
Yeah, they're not super wide, but
they're square of a shot, but it's still nice.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think that might also be because his hands are so low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I always thought his back was really good.
I love that like ab and thigh. He does like that with the one hand over the head. No, like go down.
Where is it? This one.
There. Left side.
That's such
yeah, his overall shape is incredible. But
there's the full one. Bottom right there. Oh, no.
Sorry. Let me go back to it. Fuck off with this. Bottom right. There it is.
Yeah, that's so sick.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Great conditioning, awesome abs. Like
always razor sharp.
Okay, but the point I was trying to make is if his back doesn't come back from the Arnold and his quads are straight up and down, Phil's got him beat kind of front and back.
I would agree.
So then
I hate to say it, but it's kind of a pipe dream for guys to be making improvements at this age, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, look, if fucking Kamal proves us wrong, then he's definitely a fucking alien. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, he already is, but that would just reaffirm it.
Yeah, sure. to be like 52 and to go
is that
back.
What he is?
Yeah, to make progress.
Yeah. I think to go back and then make progress again, it would be like, who the fuck can do that?
Does anybody know? Does anybody know how old Phil is?
I think he's like 46 or 7.
46 or 48. Yeah.
I think at that age, it makes a big difference that 5 years or so, you know, when you're mid 40s compared to 50, I think it makes a big difference.
My opinion is after 40, every year makes a difference.
Yeah.
I think after, I just believe that, you know, unless you start when you're 35, like Justin, you know, like I think normally, you know, if you start around the age of 20, like most guys, I think by the time you're 40, every year after that is like, coming close to the time, you know?
And I know Phil turned pro later, but he probably been training for many years and competing probably too.
Yeah. I mean, when you start competing, doesn't matter. It's when did you start lifting and
taking drugs,
taking gear, and like, you know, eating all the food, all that shit. Like, that's what really matters. So I want to just cover this because I thought the 212 lineup was interesting too.
Classic will be a fucking runaway, that's for sure. Did you see the Classic?
No.
Who's in Classic?
Well, I mean, you still have Alex.
Alex.
Darren Charles.
Yeah. That was the only two that I saw in there that I was like, that's going to be really cool to see. But I do think Alex is going to run away with it for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Alex can still be top 6 at the Olympia. You know?
Yeah.
I want to see what Darren Charles looks like though after all these years.
No, he was competing in Classic like in the last 5 years.
He was? Okay.
Yeah, when Classic was a new division, he was like the guy at first. Like he won a bunch of shows in Classic.
Like when Danny Hester was winning?
Yeah, like in those eras, and like when Chris started competing. See, there he is in Classic.
Okay.
He's still
it's not the same.
This is still bodybuilding shape.
Yeah.
He was a great bodybuilder, man.
He was king of the small shows.
Yeah.
He was. There was like 2 years there where he was king of the 10,000.
He won that show. I was there at this show, this Miami Muscle Beach. He won that show. He beat Chris there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
He won like 20 shows or something like that.
Yeah.
Check this shit out. Can I just tell you guys, I got to tell you this. This is the only fucking guy, and it used to blow my mind because I'm a sweaty mess all the time. This guy would fucking show up, and I was always like so jealous of him. He was always the nicest guy to me too, even when I like first started. So thank you, Darren, for always like making me feel welcome. But he would walk into the athletes meetings and he would have a fucking beanie on, a shirt, sweater, zipped up jacket, pants, socks, shoes. I'm sitting there in a fucking sleeveless shirt, sweating my ass off. Darren's wearing like full snowsuit, just hanging out, fucking dry as fuck. I'm like, how the fuck? I was always, and then Johnny Jackson they were friends, so they'd be sitting next to each other. Johnny's drenched. He's just Darren sitting there in a fucking snowsuit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how does that?
I always wear the full snowsuit to the athletes meetings.
All right.
Darren was great. He was a great poser too.
Check out this posing routine. I'm not going to play the music because otherwise it'll just get cut off. But I just want to.
And he would beat a lot of guys that were a lot bigger than he was back then.
Yeah, beautiful shape.
So good. And his conditioning was always fucking amazing too.
Yep.
You had a great year.
What year is this one?
Fuck, I don't know. I want to say
2003.
I was gonna say like 6 or 7. I don't know, maybe 3. I don't know. I think
it says 3 on the top corner.
Oh, it did say 3. Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. Got crazy biceps.
Crazy biceps.
Wild.
Yeah. He still had those even at the end of his career.
Yeah. Oh, that's when you go in the pop and lock it.
Get the Melvin Anthony going.
Yeah.
What did you say, Paul?
Don't you call that pop and locking it? Isn't that what you call that?
Popping and locking, fool. Popping and locking.
What do you call it? Is that what you call it?
It is popping and locking.
Don't let them laugh at you, Paul. You're right.
No,
I always wish I could do that.
You're 100% right. It just sounded funny when you said it. That's all.
I always wished I could do that. I never had that kind of rhythm.
You tried it though, haven't you?
No, well, in private, but you know me, Fouad. I have no rhythm at all.
Have you? Have you done it in front of the mirror to see how it looks?
Yeah. Believe me, not many times, but like back a long time ago when I thought
what happened? Like you tried it twice, you're like, it's just not going to work for it.
I'm tone deaf. I can't go to a beat. I am really. You know that, Fouad. I can't dance, nothing like that. So I have no rhythm at all.
That's amazing. All right, back to the 212. Okay, so we'll skip over this because I'm pretty sure we all agree Alex is going to run away with this.
Yeah.
212. I thought this was good. Ahmed Fauzi, isn't that guy? He still competes.
Yeah,
the same guy I'm thinking of.
A lot of these guys still compete, I think.
Oh, Bolo.
Johnny Shreve's doing this show.
David Henry.
Donnie Shreve's doing it.
I know. I saw that.
Donnie Shreve.
He's coming to our show. He sponsored it.
Making a comeback. Is he going to do it natural though? Hasn't he been doing a lot of? Doesn't he do a lot of videos about not doing drugs anymore?
I don't know.
We're going to see him in a couple.
I just saw him like a week ago at the gym.
TRT Olympics, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to do it on TRT only.
Yeah.
Can I see that list again, Fouad?
Hitotada's
TRT and
doing it.
Ozempic.
David Henry looks like a win that.
David Henry's on that
David
list
Henry
too?
would be tough to beat, yeah.
I judged David Henry a couple years ago.
You guys
He
think
did
David,
say,
you guys think David Henry's going to win?
I do.
Let's see what else is there.
Hidotada. I don't really know many of these guys, so I can't say. But
Yeah.
Derek Farnsworth is strong as fuck. Have you ever seen him
Yeah.
lift?
Squat.
who's Masum Butt?
Look him up.
I'm not sure.
Why are you laughing, Paul?
See if he pops and locks.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a good physique.
Oh, I
I know
recognize
this
him.
guy.
He did Toronto.
I know this fucking guy.
Did he?
And
Old school Toronto
Aceto
pro.
dieted him. Aceto dieted him for Toronto. I was sitting beside him in the show. It was like the driest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Huh.
He was so dry.
I remember this guy.
I don't remember.
Yeah, look at it. I remember his younger pictures. People were like going nuts.
I
over
remember his face for sure.
Oh, he's so fucking crazy conditioned at that show.
This is the older version, obviously. I wonder if we can find a younger shot of him. Yeah.
They have him in the Toronto. They have pictures of Toronto Pro.
What year, Mike?
I think it was like 2011,
Oh, that's Toronto there.
12.
Those are blue
Okay.
Toronto, or the orange background are both Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real, like in person, that was like
Yeah, I know. You can tell he's hard.
his
as-
fucking cheekbones are poking out.
I
of
mean,
his
look at
fucking
this
face.
with the orange stage there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like look how dry
Crazy
he is.
condition.
Yeah. Well,
That's on the expo stage.
So you guys think David Henry?
I don't know.
I don't know, but he's the easiest to put your money on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the same guy I'm thinking of? No, it's not the same guy I'm thinking of. Okay. I don't even know. Is it this guy? Yeah, that's not the same guy I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I would say David Henry too then. Or Hidotada. What's David Henry look like recently? Do we know?
I judged him last year in Toronto.
He
How do you
still
look?
keeps it pretty close. Yeah.
He's still thick as fuck. His waist gets a little bit
His waist, and
thicker.
obviously that doesn't help because he's never had the best quads, but
right.
Is this the later one? It's got to be later in
Yeah.
his career.
That looks like
It's got to be later in his career. This is the Olympia.
yeah, that looks like between 18 and 20 Olympia. I'm not sure.
I think he came third in Toronto.
Yeah, I think you're right.
David Henry, Phil Klahara. That's your go-to, Ian?
For now.
All right.
Well, Phil, I'm sticking with, but David, I'm not 100% on.
All right. I'm going to make Ian get his nipple pierced. No,
And then
I don't.
I'm definite with with Alex Cambronero.
I don't want to do
Yeah.
that. No, Ian will have no problem getting his nipple pierced. I got to do something else.
Belly button.
No, he
Prince Albert.
What about the inside of the nose there?
That's
He
pretty
won't-
rough. That's a big ask, man.
That's a big
I
one.
think
That probably hurts too.
I think the eyebrow will piss him off the most.
Eyebrow? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's kind of
Why is this kind of douchey?
douchey. That's
Facial
what I was gonna say.
we're doing facial piercings now.
Yeah, that's hard to hide.
We're going that low, guys.
I would almost pierce my dick before I'd pierce my fucking face. You know,
Ooh,
Would you pierce your dick?
I would do it normal, like a normal nose ring. Sure, no
like a
problem.
little diamond?
Would
Yeah,
any,
I've had
would
that
any-
pierced before. I don't care about that.
would any of you pierce your dicks? And for any women
No,
watching,
never.
comment below if that's something that you think is cool, or does
I
it
mean,
change?
you're gonna get it's so mixed. You know,
Yeah.
Do you think it makes
some
sense?
women probably like that. Some women probably think it's disgusting.
Yeah. People who are into piercings like it probably.
Would any of you do that?
For what? For what though?
If your wife came to you and said, "I think you should get your dick pierced," would you do it?
Never.
I would.
Probably.
I would do it. I'd do it. Mike, you wouldn't do it either?
Fuck no.
Your girlfriend comes to you, she's like, "Mike, I really want
Sorry.
you to."
But is it going to lead to like more sex or something?
Well, yeah, because now she's gonna want to watch you look at your dick all the time,
If it's going to lead to more sex, I would consider it.
right? That's what I'm thinking.
Fuck.
Consider
You
it.
gotta,
I didn't say.
you gotta
I
get a
didn't say for
fucking
sure.
thing put in your dick.
Mike's amazed at how quickly Paul changes his opinion on this.
The reward of sex.
He's so,
We
so
have sex? Is there sex involved?
If my wife said that we'd have more sex, I probably would.
Whoa.
if your wife listens to this episode, you're on the you're sleeping
I'll be
on
staying
the
at your.
couch.
I'll be staying at your house for a
Staying
little
at my
while.
house,
Get to it.
bro.
Yeah. Pack a bag.
I don't know. I mean, the healing process probably is pretty shit, but like I'm not opposed to having my dick pierced in any capacity. I really don't want to deal with that healing, you know?
When people get them pierced, what is it? The bottom part they get pierced?
No, you can get the tip pierced. I think that's
like through the hole, or like, you know,
no,
or through the base. There's a different.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was
hoop hanging off the bottom. Like
yeah, pretty much. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that's what I was picturing. Maybe a barbell.
Don't Google it.
In your pistol, like a clamp.
No way, no. No, that's that. I don't even want to talk about that. That sounds like it'd be painful.
Fouad, would you be into a girl having her clit pierced?
Yeah, that's no big deal. I like
but
that.
like you're like, would you like? Is that like
positive for you, or
the appeal? Neutral.
Yeah, I don't get that one.
I don't get turned on, like, you know, when girls like pierce their tongues or their belly buttons or their tits, or like, it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah,
I'm not like, ooh, her nipples are pierced. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. It's not a fetish.
I mean, if you get it,
I think you could probably chip your tooth.
Yeah.
All right, Paul. So these are the different versions of.
Okay. Thank you, Fouad. Thank you for the visual.
I've never even seen the straight through one like that.
So you can do
is that right through the hole?
Whoa!
So yeah, this one's this is through the hole and out.
Jesus, you can't do that. Like, how do you piss?
And you have this.
That's
one.
what Paul was picturing. Thought it was. I want to know what Paul thought it was.
I thought it was down. I thought it was down by the shaft area, right where it attaches to the bag.
Go back. Close this.
I thought it'd be like a barbell or a hoop right there.
Look at Mike laugh.
I see exactly what Paul thought it was.
I've never seen Mike laugh like that. What did you think it was, Paul?
I thought
I'll show you. It's there.
Wait, I want to
like a barbell through it.
A barbell or a hoop at the shaft underneath your dick, but where the bag starts.
Yeah, see, there's a picture of it there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Go back. There's a picture of it.
Where?
Close that panel on the right.
What is that?
Where's the picture that you had open before it?
What is that?
Jeez.
What's going on here?
No, it was the picture you had open.
It's like a little ring. Got a little ring you can tuck in.
Yeah, click that one. Click that one. There.
Oh, that's
yeah.
That's what I pictured. Yeah.
Yeah. I could,
see, that's kind of cute. That's kind of cute.
So I could do this. This isn't painful.
Look at the top second from the left. That shows all of them.
Look at that guy, the Eros policeman.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
Look at the one that's third down from the left, all the way over to the left, where it tucks the ring tucks the dick in.
Oh, it looks like horns.
Yeah, like this. Yeah.
We'll pull the entire right in. We're not using it.
This is good.
God.
Look. Okay, so you can get your anus pierced.
Wait a minute. That one down there, bird dick art. Pinterest. See it?
Where?
Bottom right or bottom left.
Yeah, that's what he was just talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
What is that? What is that? Like you put your dick, like, is that like a hole? Like you put your dick
like a little holster.
No, guys, it's an elephant face with tusks.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it's art. It's art.
What the hell? You're right. It is.
Okay. I like this one. This is the best one. It gives us everything.
Look at the Eros.
It gives you a nice array of circumcised and uncircumcised.
All right, so these four are all out for me. I can't do any of these.
Oh, there's a diagram right there, right?
Through the thick, like, part of the head seems pretty rough.
Deep shaft piercing.
Do the lorum. I would do the lorum.
Lorum is what Paul was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
I could do the frenum.
Where's the frenum?
This one right here.
Oh man!
What about a magic cross? What about the magic cross?
Mike's doing the gooch.
The gooch.
I would like lift up, take a look, get a little surprise down there.
Hey, look at that picture.
The very first one looks the worst.
Yeah, this is brutal.
Or the ampelang. What is that? Ampelang?
Yeah, ampelang. Yeah, that looks pretty rough too. And either word's going right through the head. Like that's a lot of meat, you know.
What I want to know is if you have a Prince Albert or reverse Prince Albert, how do you piss? Like, doesn't it?
I know. Isn't it clog it?
Doesn't it make?
Doesn't it stop?
Damn it!
Or does it spray everywhere?
Break the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, like not clog it, but wouldn't the stream just go like
when you put your thumb on a hose?
It's just like a thumb on a hose every time you piss.
Can you imagine? My wife would be so pissed. I'd be pissing over the seat all the time.
Yeah, you have to sit down to pee every time.
Yeah.
All right, so we would all get some form of nipple piercing, or Mike, you're out no matter what.
Of nipple piercing or dick piercing?
Sorry, dick piercing.
No, I'm out completely.
But this has to be like
Mike. None of these appeal to you.
We would need to be betting. We need to bet on something pretty serious to put.
The only one I agree to is pubic, because that's not touching my dick.
Where's pubic?
Oh, that one looks.
I don't know what that's.
That one.
Well, your gooch one isn't touching your dick either, technically.
Yeah,
but that's like there's a lot of room for infection down there.
Mine doesn't touch your dick either, Mike. My lorum doesn't really touch your dick.
I I hope yours doesn't touch my dick.
What do you mean? Paul the Lorem touches your dick. It's right at the base of your dick.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you could go a little bit lower with it, probably.
To the left one.
Yeah. Hey, Fouad, what's going on with that one picture there?
Could go lower.
Where?
What's going on with that one picture? The guy in the gas mask looking at his dick. What is that all about?
Oh God, okay.
Man, we gotta close this. You're down and fucking death.
Okay, let's move on.
Speaking of dicks, you know what I did today? Actually, I jerked off at a medical clinic.
You jerked off at a medical clinic?
You trying to get pregnant?
I did a sperm sample. Yeah.
All right.
Really?
Question then. If you jerk off at a medical,
Did you bring
clinic,
your own material, or did they give you some?
No, that wasn't my question.
There is a computer in the room if you want it. Yes.
And it's full
Can you
blown.
just bring
Is
your
it wide
phone in?
open?
Is what wide open? The computer?
Yeah.
It was there with a keyboard. I didn't use it. No.
Oh, the keyboard. You can't touch that keyboard.
I bet you it's for like the secretary. Ian's like looking at porn.
Yeah.
No.
You're like, oh, I thought this was for
Sir,
me to use.
this isn't for that, sir.
I think it was. They didn't give any instructions, but yes, I believe it.
Was there plastic over the keyboard?
No, but they had a sticky note on the screen with like the login and password and everything, so you could use it. You know.
Okay. The question I was gonna ask is, forgive me if this is fucked up. Do you get more turned on because you're in public and it's easier to blow your load, or does it feel more fun?
If I was fucking Melissa, sure, but when you're sitting there jerking off in a chair, it's a little different. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
it didn't like take me an hour or anything. It wasn't like any harder, you know.
I think it would be easier.
I just felt the chair was like
Uncomfortable.
almost like a big version of the chair you would donate blood in, or get your blood drawn in. The big kind of,
that's
you know.
great.
Yeah, but it made a lot of noise when I moved my arm.
They hear the squeak.
Like the kind of the kind of leather plasticky moving.
Oh.
So I'm like, I got to be quiet here. They're going to hear me, like, you know.
Could you hear that?
He's really getting after it in there.
Ian's 280 pounds. The chair's going like this,
and their desk, like where it's literally there's a window in the wall, like one of those little slide windows, and I'm talking 4 feet across the hall is the 2 doors for the specimen rooms. So I was like, I could have spat on the people from where I was.
Oh man, you just gotta be private.
Did you?
Well, it was a closed room with a locked door, and he's like, when you go in, lock the door. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Did you make any noise when you blew your load? Or were
no,
you like...
but you know what you never think of too? The dynamic of think when you're doing a piss sample, you're standing up and your dick is flaccid, so you're peeing down. Yeah. But think of when you're sitting in a chair with an erection, jerking off, and now you got to put it in a pee sample cup.
Oh,
yeah, but you stand up and you shoot it down.
Well, that's what I had to do, but I was like trying to get up at the right moment. I didn't want to ruin the moment.
I wonder if anyone.
How the fuck is it going to go away that quick? Once you're ready, you're ready.
Yeah, but then I didn't want to stand up and miss the cup, and I gotta have this timed and ready to go right. You know.
What do you mean? You don't have any control over your fucking shot?
Yeah, but man, you're trying to stand up and get. You know, it's it was awkward.
Yeah. That'd be hilarious if you missed the cup though. And you're like, I'm sorry, I missed the cup.
It's funny. It's funny when you give it back to them, then they give you a piece of paper, and one of the questions on it was any of the sample lost during the process?
Oh, so they know to go in there.
They know to go if this is all of it or if there's some.
No, they're not gonna. Wait a minute. Paul's like, do they go in there? Do they go in there and get it off the floor? That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I got a hazmat team go in there.
No, man, they're not gonna. They're just like, we want to know.
Clean it up, not use it.
They want to know if he lost any of it. If it's the sample's small.
Oh,
yeah, it's a full-size sampler.
They're like, oh, well, he lost half of it on the floor, so that's why it's small.
Oh,
yeah, they ask you how many days of sexual abstinence and how if you lost any during the collection.
So you had to wait 2 days, right?
Yeah, so I think it was 72 hours or something, 2 or 3 days. Yeah,
those are the worst 2 days of my life when I did it.
Yeah,
it's like when you're not allowed to, you want to do it more.
Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
that's because you can't jerk off for 2 days before you go.
No, you got to build up your load.
Yeah.
Oh man, you have to keep rescheduling.
It's a fucking.
I got to reschedule again.
Get in there.
I got it. Something came up. I got to reschedule my appointment again.
Pushing it just every 2 days. Every 2 days. Every day. I'll be back Friday. I'll be back Tuesday.
I remember when I did it. They're like, you have to keep it warm. So I did it at home.
Yeah.
So
that's why I didn't do it at home. It was too stringent, the rules. I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking do it here.
I did it at home, and you put it in the plastic bag, and I kept it close to my body, and then I drove there like this with it,
my precious.
Thank God it didn't break open.
Okay.
It was funny too. When I go to the window at first, And like, the lady's like, hey, go down the hall to the window, blah, blah, blah. I go there. It's like a funny little Asian guy at the desk. I'm like, oh, this makes me feel nice. It's like, it's funny. You don't feel like worried. You don't feel worried about this, So he gets up, he kind of makes a few jokes, whatever. He's like, your first time kind of thing. He's like, okay, go in there, make sure to lock the door. And then I'm like, done. I come out and I'm like, man, I'm probably like sweating, red face. And then there's like a pretty 25-year-old girl working the desk. I'm handing her my cup of sperm.
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course.
And she's like, oh, let me put a glove on, putting her glove on to like take my
and a mask.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Oh, I did it at home. That's why I was so fucking I could have done it there though.
It was fine.
I don't know if I could.
Mike, you've never had to do that? You never got your shit tested?
No.
Oh, you're not gonna have kids, you said?
No.
And Paul, you already have kids, so you never had to do it either. Obviously.
No, I didn't have to. My wife got pregnant on accident the first time, and the second time we were having trouble. So I went to my doctor. He gave me HCG. She was pregnant like 2 months later.
Yeah, she's got those good genes.
I'm not even doing it really. The reason I'm doing it is because Melissa wanted to do fertility.
What did you say? What did you say, Paul?
My wife's part black.
What?
She is.
What does that mean?
She's fertile.
Like, everyone knows, right?
Africa.
She's also, like she's like lives very clean. She never drinks or drink or smoke or anything like that. She's younger.
Trying to walk this back.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. How's I doing there?
Yeah, no, Melissa wanted to
very healthy individual.
She just wanted it for like peace of mind after like stopping competing, and not even though like there's nothing wrong. She just wanted to check everything. And when you go there to do a part of it, it's like you have to have your partner as part of the process. So I had to do the testing either way. Like I'm probably going to have fucking 0 right now. I'm like 6 weeks out from a show,
Not necessarily.
There'll be some, but I mean, it's not going to be definitely a high count. I mean,
yeah,
you're still a young man though, and you should be able to bounce back.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm a young man relatively, but I've been bodybuilding a long time.
So I know they can freeze. But
I'm not worried. I mean, like I know I have been fertile in my life, and I know that I can take HCG, and I'm not overly worried about it either way.
So
I didn't think I was fertile.
Yeah,
I assumed that I wasn't.
Yeah,
but turns out I was.
Yeah, no, I'm not too worried about it.
But your wife is part black, so
she can cover for both of you.
Yeah, I think she made up for my.
Still don't know what that means, but all right.
Yeah.
Leave it up to interpretation.
Yeah.
What does Paul mean?
Okay, they can freeze women's eggs. Can they freeze sperm? I don't remember.
Yes.
Well, you should do that.
Why?
Well, just in case, because things happen over time.
Freeze my sperm that's 6 weeks out from a show? That's probably not good sperm to freeze.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Your kids are going to be jacked.
That's not how it works.
It is how it works.
No, it's only guaranteed now I'm going to just have daughters only. When you're full of juice, you only have daughters.
Wait.
I got 2 girls.
No, wait a minute.
Everyone that is on cycle has daughters.
Okay. I was joking, but I did read that if you're fat when you have a kid, your kid is more likely to be overweight than the other way around.
Sure. But I don't think taking steroids will make your kid more jacked.
Well, I don't know. If it works one way, it's got to work the other.
It just makes you have girls. That's all. Yeah.
Your kid pulls itself out and hits a front double.
Yo, that'd be great, eh?
Ta-da!
I mean, if what I read is true, if you were going to try and have kids, it would be like, maybe I should diet first. I don't know if that works.
To lose weight.
Yeah, like if I could get shredded and then have a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think it's I think it's more of an evolutionary thing, isn't it? Like if
a
you
hereditary thing, not like
like if you
the status of how you are when you have a kid.
Like if you come from a family of obesity, but over generations that's changed, like maybe that family became more health conscious and it passed on to generations, then I think the DNA can change.
Yeah, when you're diluting it with a partner that maybe has better genetics in that capacity, and
1 second. I just want to check this so I don't, in case I'm saying something completely fucking retarded. If mother's excess weight does cause their babies to be heavier at birth, why does this happen? It's not clear. By analyzing the data, they found that being overweight or obese in pregnancy does cause babies to be born larger, and so does having higher blood sugar levels, which can.
Yeah, but that makes sense though.
Okay, wait a minute. Will your baby be overweight if you're overweight? Excessive weight gain during pregnancy can increase a baby's birth weight.
Yeah, but this isn't what we're really.
That's just
this is different. Yeah, this is different than what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously, if you're eating more food and if your blood sugar's fucked up and the baby's attached to you, that's obviously going to have a.
While the father's height and weight are important, it appears that the mother's weight at birth plays a key role in the final weight of the baby. Women who are overweight are more likely to give birth to a larger than average baby.
Was that because we're eating more though?
Yeah, that's what we're
probably, yeah. Blood sugar control and food intake,
I don't know exactly what to type in to search what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I seem to recall something about that, but I have to look it up for another podcast. Okay.
The experts in the comment section will get you, so don't worry. Fucking guys, Jesus.
Let's see. We'll do a couple questions before we go. Pickle on a burger or no?
Yes.
Oh no.
No?
2 yeses and a no?
A chicken sandwich too, especially.
Chicken sandwich especially.
No.
Spicy chicken sandwich?
Yeah.
No.
Pickle on nothing.
McChicken at McDonald's doesn't have pickle on it.
No, but if you got a spicy chicken sandwich at like
if you go to like KFC or Popeyes or something like that, you'll always have a pickle.
You know what else I like, Fouad? Like Arabic chicken and pitas with pickles.
Yeah, but you're way off now. You're just talking about
like pickles.
You know what? I like chocolate bars.
Thought we're talking about pickles.
Big Crunch. Does the Big Crunch have a pickle? Wait a minute. KFC
says yes, so he's rebuttaling here.
No, I had to finish. The new sandwich features a Big Crunch filet tossed barbecue sauce. Oh no, that's a new sandwich. What comes on a KFC Big Crunch?
Spicy.
Crispy seed. I'm not talking about spicy. Can you just
spicy? God damn it!
Paul is talking about a specific sandwich.
Yeah.
Big Crunch sandwich filled with crispy top lettuce and mayo. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
What KFC sandwich has pickles? With that?
The new sandwiches being road tested are crispier, more generous, more complete. KFC apparently tested 10 different buns, 8 different ways of cutting the pickles. I don't know.
You know what they have at I think it's BK now. They have chicken nuggets with pickles in them.
Really?
Yeah. I haven't tried them yet.
What did you say?
BK I think has it. Chicken nuggets with pickles in them.
BK sucks for everything.
Deep fried pickles or chicken nuggets?
They're blended together.
Oh wow.
BK sucks for everything except a Whopper.
I like BK. Yeah.
Whopper's the only thing I like there.
The thing with BK is it's so dependent. Like some locations are so good and some are so bad.
I just think the counter sandwich at McDonald's to everything at BK except the Whopper is better.
Well, the chicken sandwich at BK.
Like the chicken sandwich at McDonald's is better.
You're always safe at McDonald's.
The double cheeseburger is better. They're all better. It's just the only thing that compares is like the Whopper to everything else.
Onion rings.
I don't really eat onion rings. So.
I like onion rings sometimes.
A good Baconator is good sometimes too.
Yeah.
Baconator's
Wendy's. That's Wendy's.
Baconator's
Wendy's.
Yeah.
You're connoisseurs.
I was just throwing in another good burger.
Yeah. Okay.
Fast food burger.
Okay. So Mike, you're pickle on nothing.
No, I don't like pickles.
No.
I like pickle on a tuna sandwich.
I like dill pickle chips though, and I like dill pickles on their own.
So you'll eat a dill pickle by itself.
Have you ever tried it on a chicken sandwich?
I don't like it. I don't like that texture mixing with the texture. I don't like that like rubbery, crunchy feeling.
Paul's trying to sell you on.
We should try it, Mike, when we come to Toronto.
Okay.
I think you might like it.
I'm gonna spit it out, but I'll try it. I'm gonna fucking send those fucking pickles flying. I'll give my pickles to you.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. Any recommendations to trying legs while having a knee injury?
Do what hurts the least.
Yeah.
If it hurts bad, don't do it. If it hurts okay, do it.
No, that's actually great advice.
Yeah.
Don't
do what aggravates it. You know?
No, because honestly, this is really good advice. Because look, my brother-in-law, I'm pretty sure, like he fell off he's got a bike and he fell off it like a month ago, maybe. And his arm's been bothering him ever since. And I think he tore his bicep. I don't know for sure, or his tricep. Something in there is fucked up. But the other day he says to me, I think I'm going to go train it because I think if I train it, it'll get better. And I'm like, that may have some logic if you're training like with 5 fucking pounds and you're just driving blood to the area. But I don't think that's what he meant. And I think a lot of people think that way. So what Ian's saying is fucking right. Like if you have pain, don't just force it.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously contingencies to that, but as an overarching theme, I think that's definitely the way. Like when I broke my arm, let's say, and after it was healed, it hurt for a long time to train, but I knew the bone was healed. So like in that case, we'll just push through it. But when you're talking about muscular injuries, I think, you really need to, or tendon, ligament, you really need to just do what is the path of least resistance.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example. A lot of guys get tendonitis, and they'll keep doing, like, let's say they got it from doing skull crushers.
Yeah.
They'll just keep doing skull crushers. They're like, well, skull crushers are the biggest mass movement for my triceps. I got to do it. I'm like, yeah, but your tendonitis is getting worse and worse and worse and worse.
You're going to end up with these giant fucking bulbous elbows. You know?
And I think this is why we say, like, there's a lot of tools in your toolbox for training. So you should just use something else. So yeah, that's probably the best advice. Don't do it if it fucking hurts.
Because like I've had lots of times too, like where say my knees were hurting and like to do like a hack squat or a barbell squat hurt, but to do like a lunge or a leg press or a quad extension felt fine. Yeah. So, you know, like you got to kind of do what feels good, you know?
Yeah. And if it's really bad, you can always just train the other leg. Like when I tore my tricep, I would go in and do all my, like, just if I was going to do chest, I would just do my right arm.
Yeah.
So like if you really want to go to the gym and you
have both grow if you train one, it's facts.
Yeah, they say it leads to less atrophy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do drugs play a bigger role in prep regarding fat loss than diet or cardio?
No.
Can or do some bodybuilders get away with just adding in certain compounds during prep and keeping food relatively the same and let the drugs drive fat loss? What is the highest your calories have ever been? Okay, there's a ton of questions here. The main point is, can drugs take care of your fat loss? I think that's ultimately.
They can aid in fat loss, but you couldn't just really take drugs and get rid of fat like that. You're still going to have to push the diet and cardio. Yeah.
You know what a perfect example of this is? Back in the day, I remember like before I ever did GH, there was always like the myth of GH.
Yeah.
Like, if you do GH, bro, you can.
GH was like the white fucking unicorn before you used it. Before you use GH, it's like what the secret is, you know?
And then after I used GH, it was IGF. Bro, if you take GH, you can eat pizza. Yeah. You can eat pizza and you can get shredded. And then it was, if you take IGF, you can get pizza. You can eat pizza and get shredded. I'm like, no, you can't. No, you can't.
Absolutely not.
What's DMP like? I know very little about that. So I was just
going to say that. So if you take something like, so let's say you took something like DMP or Cytomel, and you know those are directly related to fat loss. The problem with those two drugs is if you took enough where you didn't have to do cardio and you were burning fat, you're burning muscle too.
Yeah. So your training performance would be so down. You would feel so clean. So what I've heard, I've never used DMP, but you feel terrible at
really.
So let's say you decided, you know what? Most guys are taking 12.5 micrograms of Cytomel or 25 micrograms of Cytomel. I'm going to take 150, and I'm not going to do any cardio. Great.
You'd be so flat.
You're going to be flat as fuck. You're probably going to burn off a ton of muscle, and your gym performance is going to be garbage.
Yeah.
So there is no substitute for managing.
It comes out of the back end somewhere. You know? It's like, you can do it, but at the expense of what? And this is a bodybuilding show, you know?
Yeah. Now, the only
if it was a weight loss only contest, go for it.
No, the only caveat I'll say to this is this. If you, and maybe this is potentially right, maybe not, I don't know, but I'm just spitballing. If you, let's say your calorie expenditure was, you're allowed to take in 3,500 calories and you decide, I'm going to take in 4,000 calories. So you're in a surplus all the time. If you took a little bit of Cytomel, GH all year long and you were able to eat super, super clean, I think the drugs might help you there.
Yeah, I suppose. And like keeping a leaner composition at a higher amount of food. Sure.
But you would slowly get leaner, no?
To a point, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Because you'd be in a calorie deficit?
Well, because I do think the drugs...
Not a calorie deficit.
But no, what I'm trying to say is I do think the drugs do help you burn calories.
But facilitate the metabolism going up.
Well, I mean, and look, and people also look, obviously anabolics, a good chunk of the anabolics you use do have fat
burning properties,
adipose, manipulative properties to them. But like you said, you would, it's not enough to outweigh what you need. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's important for people to know, because I think a lot of people think that, well, that guy's only shredded on stage because he took DMP or he took fucking.
Usually the people that are taking the DMP and stuff is because they're already fucking annihilating themselves with everything else and they're having trouble getting lean. So then they introduce more T3, more DMP. It's generally not because they're lazy. Yeah. It's usually because these are like tools of last resort to really try and get it in. It's like, we're already doing an hour and a half of cardio. We're already doing 50 mics of T3. We don't want to go up here. Let's add in a little DNP. Let's up the T3 a bit. Let's, they're generally going like on all angles to try and get it off at that point.
Okay.
So it's almost like if that's happening, you should fucking take a step back and reevaluate.
Yeah.
Let's not keep escalating, going up the ladder. Let's like chill the fuck out and figure out what's wrong with us.
Yeah.
I've never done DNP. The only guys I know who have done DNP are guys that, like Ian said, have done everything and just can't get
down. Yeah.
So they've tried this crazy thing that nobody really wants to do.
Yeah.
I've never seen it work out well for the people I know that have done it.
Me either.
I have.
No.
There's only one guy I know that's got away with it well.
Yeah. Are we thinking of the same person?
Probably. Yeah. I'm only starting bodybuilding this year. All of my homework has come from HOSSTILE or related homework. I have just made a second. I'm sorry. This is not a HOSSTILE, guys. I'm sorry.
Are you giving out homework?
I've just made. Yeah, that comes with your order. You got to do homework. I just made my second order from HOSSTILE Subs. I'm curious, as a beginner, is there any supplements I shouldn't bother with yet until I really start shit kicking fibers? By the way, love the clothing. Okay, so basically, let's just remove.
Is there more advanced and beginner supplements? Essentially, is he saying?
Yeah, I think that's what he's saying. And personally, I would say not really.
No.
Well, I hear from a lot of, I hear from like some younger people. They always especially like young high school kids, like, should I take creatine? It's like, at your age, no.
Why not?
Just eat and train. You're just going to waste your money, really. Is it going to make any difference at all in a teenager?
Monohydrate is so goddamn cheap, and there's so minimal side effects from it. No.
Yeah. Listen. It will definitely make a difference. Why wouldn't it?
Yeah. I'm just thinking at that age you're going to grow.
No.
Yes,
but wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're saying two different things. What you're saying is you can still bodybuild with zero supplements, which I agree with 100%.
We all could.
But what I'm saying is, why not help the process? This is
what
what we do.
This
is what we do with supplements. This is what we do with drugs. This is what we do with food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, but more what I was like, if you have a limited amount of money at that age, and you're new to the sport, then spend it on protein powder, maybe. That you get more bang for your buck.
If you have a limited amount of money, spend it on food. That's right. But what I'm saying is this is not a money situation. This person's saying, is there intermediate supplements and beginner supplements?
Oh.
And what I would say to that is there's no such thing, because supplements are not a matter of, like, depending on how you use them.
They all just aid in building muscle or burning fat.
It doesn't matter where you are. Yeah. The only thing I would say is, like, if you let's say you bought a product that was like a premium product with a ton of ingredients, you could probably take half a scoop if you're just starting out. Like, I would say maybe you could try lowering doses. If you're buying a protein, maybe you don't need, 2 or 3 scoops per serving. Maybe you get away with 1 serving depending on your size. Like, there's shit like that. But as far as, like, can a beginner take a supplement or not a supplement, I wouldn't say there's any barrier to entry.
Yeah.
If you're talking about money, though.
Like, look, obviously, I'll give a caveat here that if you are like 12 years old, I don't think you need to be using like high stim pre-workouts and stuff like that. But
no, and I agree to that extent. Like, if you're young and you're starting out, Paul, I get what you're saying. Like, it's not necessary.
Age matters here. I think if you're like 16 plus, giver, But
I think it depends on your thing, right? If you're 18 years old, you're playing maybe you're playing high school football, and you want extra strength, power. Creatine's going to help you.
And you've already been training hard for a year or two.
Just keep it simple and test in GH. So that's like, oh fuck,
you'll grow that way.
Check drops before your football game.
3 anadrols before you step on my guilty. Couple halos.
Who do you think is the most? I don't want to do that. How would you guys plan pre and post workout meals for guys that lift at 4 a.m. before work?
Wake up, eat a meal.
So some guys can't
What's
eat
the difference?
first. Well, I think
have a shake.
Some guys, So what I say is usually if you have a bigger meal before bed, and then if you get up at like 3 a.m, you could actually just do like a pre-workout with EAAs and carbs in it,
and then an intra.
That way, and then an intra during. But I mean, like, you could take like a.
Yeah, but even just like blending up, like, say, like banana, oats, and a bit of whey or something,
That's definitely a possibility.
During,
I'm only thinking of like specific DMs I've gotten from guys who are like, I literally have no time to eat, and if I eat, then I have to wait for the food to digest. So is there a way I can just not eat? So I say, have a bigger meal before bed, and at least get some EAAs and carbs in your pre-workout shake. That way you have some fuel.
Yeah.
Do you find you need like a specific amount of time? I could literally eat and go to the gym immediately.
Me too.
I've never understood that.
When I'm in prep, Ian, I can do that.
Off season's harder.
Well, yeah, because the meals are bigger. It takes me a little longer to digest.
I'm so slow with my eating. So I'm like, usually like by the time I finish my meal, I'm like, I got to get going, So I just literally fix, get my shit together and go train. So
Ideally,
it's 20, 30 minutes between.
Ideally, I like an hour and a half.
That's how
I would
ideally.
Hour and a half on leg days, hour on any other days. Mike, you don't need any time at all?
I can go right to the gym.
Yeah,
really?
I can finish my food in the car and go to the gym.
Do you do a pre-workout or anything, Mike?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what did that guy ask? He said something about your pre and post nutrition. Oh, how would you plan? Oh, for 4 a.m. So post nutrition, I would just have a meal. That doesn't, that's obvious. Who on the podcast would you take across country on a Harley Davidson ride? You three.
I go.
Ian, you can ride, right?
Sure.
Can you ride?
Sure.
You're in motorcycles?
Sure.
Was that a yes or a no?
We don't know what that answer is. Sure.
Sure. You're on bikes. Let's go. Let's do it.
Figure it out.
Whatever you want me to be.
All right, let's do one more and then we'll go. Have any of y'all ever tried SEO or any kind of site enhancements? What percentage of pros do you think have or do use?
This is always such a hard question. People ask me this on my Q&A all the time. Like when they ask questions like, what do you think the average amount of drugs for a pro is? Or how many pros use SEOs? I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Like there's such a range,
I think that's something from my experience in my career anyway, that most guys never talk to me about. I never was involved.
I don't think SEO is talked about as like gear use or gear dosage. Obviously, I think it's a little more like hush hush. But it's so hard to say. And like how would we know? Like you said, it's like how many pros use SEO? It's like I don't know. Like,
me and Luke always had the same opinion on this topic. It doesn't really emphasize. You can't really emphasize a large body part with SEOs.
No, it's good for like doing your arms.
It's good for smaller body parts like arms, maybe shoulders.
Yeah, is it working the caps on your adults? Is that where it works well?
Potentially, but most guys are already doing gear there. So,
but you got to know what you're doing, I imagine. Otherwise, it looks lumpy, right?
My point is, and Luke shared the same opinion. Was okay. You're going to make your arms bigger. Who fucking cares?
Yeah,
you're not going to win a show without a great back or great legs, and those are the body parts that matter. And you can't fake those. Like you can't.
I think the thing is, it's like, if you don't notice, it doesn't matter. And I think we only notice the ones that look bad, and then it gives it a bad name. So then people like, this is what it is and looks like, which, look, as a whole, I think we should disagree with the use of it. But I bet you there's some amazing bodybuilders.
Do you disagree with it?
Huh?
Do you personally disagree with it? I actually don't care.
I don't care, but I'm saying, like, I think as a whole, if it didn't exist, it would be not worse. It would make.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Better. Yeah, if it didn't exist, I wouldn't care either. But I
wouldn't care. So, no, I care. That would be wrong. I don't disagree with it because I don't give a fuck what anybody does in bodybuilding. If it's making you look better, there's no rules in bodybuilding. It's not like steroids are okay, but SEOs aren't. It's like, well, it's all fake bullshit we're doing to enhance ourselves anyways,
Right. What?
But I think if you're doing it and it's obvious, then I think it should definitely be detracted in a judging capacity.
Is this still used a lot?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't fucking know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know I've seen things that look like it to me, but who knows with scar tissue?
I would think that guys using a little metaform in their arms or something is probably 20 to 25% of guys maybe have used it here and there. Do I think it's rampant? No.
Yeah. I can say though, from my experience as a judge, some judges will look for it. Not look for it, but if they think it looks like it, you will be scored down.
Yeah, I think if it looks obvious or lumpy or anything, that it should be detracted for sure. But I also agree with that same sentiment if you have a big fucking lump in your butt from doing a bad injection too close to a show. We all know we still take steroids, but this is still a show of creating a perfect look essentially. And you should know to cut your shots out far enough from the show to eliminate these kind of potential risks. So it's not like I'm just pinpointing one. I think this is with anything, you know?
Yeah, and it's not like a punishment per se. Like if
you're just judging the physique, and you need to judge all aspects of it.
Because it looks like a disformity. It's taking away from the look of your.
To be honest, I would judge the same if someone had like acne so bad that it was from their physique or gyno, you know,
or a big hernia or something in their stomach.
Hernia,
you know,
it takes it, right for sure. Yeah. Black.
Sorry, guys, that's my fault. I want to do one last thing before we go. We'll end on this note. Let's see here. Okay, so this caught my eye. I just want to show it to you guys. Do you realize that you can use shit in this many different ways?
Oh, probably more than that.
You think there's more than this?
Probably.
You can use that word.
Look how interesting this is. Look at dog shit. These are all so good. Yeah. I didn't realize there was like
shit face.
20. And this is only with shit as the suffix, not even the prefix. Because you can still have like shit head, shit face, shit brain. You know,
shit for brains. Yeah.
Yeah. This is with shit as the suffix, not the prefix.
Yeah, but wait a minute. You guys are just saying insults. These are actually ways to use it in a sentence.
So is calling someone shithead.
Yeah, or shit for brains.
Yeah, but insult is easy to use.
This is shit for brains.
But look at what these are too, you know?
Yeah, but these are actually used in English language, like dog shit, very poor quality.
Sure. But like you use shithead more than you use rat shit, you know? Like
shit cloud.
Shit cloud. Tough shit is obviously often and used a lot. Hot shit, no shit, bad shit,
bag of shit.
Yeah, but okay, so this is like dipshit is an insult, but it means a total dumbass. So what does shit face mean?
You look like shit.
Fucking loser.
Shithead would be like an idiot, yeah.
Yeah.
Shithead would be an idiot. What does shit face mean?
You're ugly.
Could be drunk too, because you're shit faced.
Oh yeah, shit faced.
Oh yeah.
Chicken shit is a coward.
Yeah. Bat shit insane, like that's what you like call a girl's like bat shit, you know?
Yeah.
Shit balls.
Shit balls.
Shit balls is not real.
Balls.
Yeah. Fuck shit. We were just making up swear words.
What does shit balls mean?
Shit, fuck ball.
It's just a big thing. You can balls. But this is proving the point of how versatile shit is.
Yeah. It can be used.
We're all just adding to the point of how versatile.
Is that just the English language, or is it other languages too? Because other languages
mostly English. I think English has the most like things like that, you know.
Because like I
wonder.
I think
their swearing is so like downplayed. If you look at like Russian swearing, it's like very, very delicate.
Arabic
shit a lot.
And a lot of swearing in other like languages is a lot more literal, I think, you know.
I wonder where the word shit came from.
Your ass.
Google it.
Oh, I know. I mean, how did the word come up? Like who came up with the word shit? How
did that create? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did the word
shite or something?
It's got to be one of the
origin of the word shit.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the most universally used words.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
You don't think so?
I think in the English language. Actually, that's not true because
I think universally.
In Arabic we say khara, which means shit.
Yeah, Italians say shit a lot.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yep.
Use it in a sentence.
What's shit in Spanish?
Do this and use it in a sentence.
Shit balls.
Those meatballs are shit.
That's English. The word shit likely originated from the Old English word
shite. Oh, Mike was right.
Shite.
Yeah, you're right.
Shite before morphing into the Middle English word for excrement. Shit.
Look at that.
This is sight. This is shite.
I'm going to start spelling like that when I say it.
The Oxford English Dictionary also notes that the word has Germanic origins as is related to Dutch word.
The term shit sandwich.
I like shitzen.
Scheisse.
Good on Wikipedia.
Life is a shit sandwich.
Scheisse.
The term shit sandwich originates.
The term shit sandwich originates from an old joke that goes, life is a shit sandwich.
We used to call a guy at work shit sandwich.
It was saying something completely different. It was saying that they were stamped with ship high in transit, SHIT, which eventually led to shortened to shit. Oh, unfortunately, it's not true. Okay.
Oh.
You could read the whole thing first, you know.
It has extensive slang usage. The meaning to lie, to tease is from 1934. That of to disrespect is from 1903. Also see shite.
Shat.
Shat.
Shat
hey,
porn.
have you seen these girls on TikTok that fart for no reason.
Into a jar?
They're just this girl farts into everything.
No.
Dude,
they sell it.
Yeah.
No, I saw that girl.
That girl got sick.
What happened to fucking women?
She was trying to eat stuff to make herself fart more.
Yeah,
she got sick.
I know about that girl. What happened to women in general? There's a whole bunch of fart TikToks. They're all just women.
There's always been fucked up people, dude. They just didn't have a TikTok.
Now they have a platform.
They didn't have OnlyFans.
No, man.
Now we can all watch them online.
I don't think there was a bunch of women that were farting.
Yeah, man. Before these people were just shoving like wine bottles up their ass in private.
Yeah.
Now they're putting them on the internet. You know?
Yeah, I think if they can make money on it, they'll do anything.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I find it very strange. This girl goes to Lowe's. She gets a long, like a 6-foot PVC pipe. And she comes to the camera. She goes to the camera. She goes, "I'm going to fart in this pipe." And she puts it in. I swear to God.
I think I've seen this actually. Some of these.
She puts it up to her fucking ass, and the pipe is leading all the way to the camera, and she farts in the pipe.
Have you seen the guy who goes in
That's
Costco?
the end of the video.
This is a fetish thing, though. She's doing it for guys that have like a fart fetish. Yeah.
The guy in Costco who takes the megaphone off and farts in Costco.
I've seen that, yeah.
I used to work this job, security. We used to fart into the mics all the time. You'd be like, like whatever, Charlie 4. And so the manager started getting pissed off about it. They started putting spies out there trying to catch people doing it. I took a picture of my buddy doing it.
guys, this is the girl. I found it. Look at this. Oh wait, I gotta fucking put the sound on. Sorry.
She doesn't?
Dude,
Asian?
No. I don't know what she is. Watch this shit.
Yep. I'm at Home Depot with the pipe and I'm gonna fart in it.
He's too attractive to be doing such things.
Yeah.
Look at this.
What in the hell?
Didn't sound good.
That's hilarious.
Oh
my God.
How many views?
How many views?
I wanted to show you how I fill my car up with gas using this PVC pipe.
I mean, she is filling it with gas.
Put gas.
This is her thing, obviously, eh?
Look at this, man. It's
got a fart in the
Ready to rock right away.
It's that easy.
God. My daughters better not turn out like that.
Oh,
look at this, man.
My God. That sounded fake.
That's not real.
That sounded fake.
That's not real.
Guys,
I'm off right now.
I'm at Lowe's. I have this PVC pipe and I'm gonna fart
I'm
in
telling
it.
you, this is real.
They're putting the sound in after, man.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
or they got one of those fart machines.
Listen.
pink eye flamethrower.
That sounded real. That one sounded real.
I can smell that one.
That one makes me laugh.
It's spicy.
Guys, what's happening to women?
What's happening to the world, Fouad?
This girl's whole TikTok is that. That's it.
Wow. How many followers does she have?
I don't fucking know.
And she probably has guys
carved out a niche.
She probably has guys like Patreoning money to her left, right, and center.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you. Okay, so you guys thought that was funny? If you read the comment sections of those fucking videos,
They're hilarious. Eh?
dude, I'm fucking dying.
What do they say?
I'm not even gonna just go read it. Listen,
Reading comment sections is like one of my favorite pastimes.
Is it like perv stuff or is it hilarious?
No, it's just my stomach
Really?
was sore. I was laughing
Really?
so hard. Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
I used to enjoy reading the comments on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't go on Twitter.
I used to. I stopped.
Do you guys go on Twitter, Mike, Ian?
Funny you actually say I went on Twitter. I had to download Twitter. I don't even have it for the first time the other day because I wanted to watch a video that I was watching on YouTube. I went down a fucking rabbit hole of watching crazy like police body cam footage.
Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah,
like crazy shootouts and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
And I was watching the YouTuber Donut Operator. I don't know if you know who he is. But he like commentates over. He used to be a cop and in the military and stuff, and commentates over these videos of police shootings and whatever. And then he had one video of like a crazy gang shooting, but then it was like a link to his Twitter to watch like the not blacked out one, you know?
Yeah.
And it was literally just like fucking 4 guys getting like mowed down, like, and then the guys came back and they're on the ground. They're just like unloading like 100 rounds. Just like, yeah, crazy. And I was fucking having dreams that I was getting shot at all night.
Wow.
I was watching this at like 2:00 in the morning before going to bed for like 2 hours, you know?
I get stuck in rabbit holes. Like TikTok's been the worst. TikTok has been the worst thing I've ever downloaded.
Now I've been down a rabbit hole of watching like because YouTube, or it started because Netflix had a new documentary about Waco.
Yeah. I watched that.
Yeah, I watched it too.
It's
crazy.
Good. Yeah.
So I watched that, and then I got onto like a fucking, Oklahoma City bombing, Unabomber, fucking all those. Today I was watching Ruby Ridge. Like fucking.
Wait a minute, before you go on. So you watched the documentary,
the 3-part one.
Right, I watched that. But if you go to Paramount, they have a new series before Waco, or no, sorry, after Waco.
Oh, after?
Yeah, like it leads up to the Oklahoma City bombing.
Oh,
yeah, because that guy,
was there a
link? City bomber went to Waco.
Yeah, he was there.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
So there's
he
a
went
new
to, when it was the 51-day standoff, he like went and watched. They got him on the news talking, giving a comment, and then
Timothy,
he fucking Oklahoma City. Yeah,
was that McVeigh?
Yeah.
Really?
So they have a series on Paramount, kind of leading up to that after Waco. It's really good.
Watch it. Yeah, I gotta watch it.
It's really good.
Yeah, and when you think of it, those early 90s had some crazy shit like that. All these things like, the fucking the Unabomber, the fucking Columbine. This was all like from 92 to 97, Like,
but
Bill Clinton just getting all of it,
Yeah.
But if you think about
his scandal.
If you think about it though, it's only because that was the first time.
Yeah.
Think about like Columbine was crazy because it was the first one.
Yeah, but it's still the biggest school one to date, I think.
No, it's not.
Sandy Hook.
School shooting. Sandy Hook, yeah. And then we had like Pulse, that was more recent. That was a big one. But I mean, like the Oklahoma City bombing, that guy literally blew up like half the fucking building.
What about that one in Vegas where the guy was like firing?
Oh yeah, the fucking concert. Yeah, that's the Vegas.
Have you ever been to Oklahoma? Seen where it happened?
No.
I have. It's fucking eerie as shit.
Really?
They have like a shallow
Virginia
pool.
Tech.
It's like a shadow of the building along the ground.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy. Yeah.
Virginia Tech was 33 deaths. Sandy Hook was 28. I think Sandy Hook was the worst though because it was children. Like
I thought Vegas was like in the 40s.
Yeah, but this is school shootings.
Sorry.
This is school. Rob.
Columbine's only is down the list, but yeah, I mean only 15 and 21.
Look at this. Look how fucked up this is. Elementary school. This is an elementary school. It's fucking terrifying, man.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
High school. Look at this. Like,
I watched a good fucking video. Well, not good, but good of like good action with the cops. It was one of these school shootings. Fuck, I can't remember what it was called. But the police
recently.
I don't know if it was that recent.
The one where the police go in the room and find the shooter.
They kill him. The guy fucking comes around the corner, just double taps him, and it was like they operated so well on this one though.
That was the recent one. I think I saw that video.
Yeah, I'm just looking through my YouTube here. One second.
Imagine the bravery of those police officers. Like you don't know where the shooter is in the school. You don't know what you're facing.
Covenant School.
Haven't heard of it.
Not sure.
But yeah, they have like the body cam footage from like 3 different cops from it. It's fucking good to watch. But yeah, I think it's pretty new. 4 weeks ago, the videos were up, so I don't know. And yeah, I watched the ones on the Vegas shooting too. That one was crazy.
The Nashville background. It's a Christian school.
Covenant?
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed like 4 to 6 or something, right? 6 people, I think.
I'm just looking at it here. 6 people.
6, yeah.
3 students, 3 staff.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But like sometimes in these, like, man, when you watch like some of them like Waco or Ruby Ridge, it's a massive fucking, they're colossal police fucking fuck ups. Like the escalation is so outrageous, like all these things. But this one, they actually handled it really well. It was a good policing to watch,
You know what I find,
like Waco.
You know what I find weird about Waco? So I know they say
Waco's a fucking disaster.
So I know they say in the documentary like the police made a whole bunch of errors.
Yeah.
But I also wonder to myself, that went on for 51 days.
Yeah.
Like at what point do you just say enough is enough?
Enough is enough what? And kill them?
Not kill them, but you got to go in. I don't think they should have set the place on fire. I know they say that's not the official story, but like.
Yeah, they say they didn't, but.
Yeah, but.
I mean, have you watched Ruby Ridge?
But okay, let me just ask you this. How do you, that's different. But let me ask you
this.
No,
I never watched it.
His wife, his kids and everything. Yeah.
I know. That's different. So I'm saying for Waco, let's say Waco, right? So there was a bunch of fuck ups. I agree with you there. But after 51 days, if you're the sergeant, how do you handle it? How do you get these people out of here?
Yeah, I mean, gassing it, I think might have been the thing is,
well,
the thing was sometimes with these police situations, and like me and my buddy Dylan were talking about this today, it's like they only know how to escalate. Like once it starts, it's just escalation.
But that's not true, because
they went there with all these teams and like, look, they weren't doing anything.
But wait a minute. Let me ask you this, because during the 51 days, they had hostage operators or whatever in there.
They had people come out. Yeah.
They had people come out. And then I think what happened was,
yeah, but then in that time, then they're also bringing tanks out there. Yeah. They're escalating.
But so couldn't you? Yeah. Couldn't you just wait them out?
A clusterfuck between the HRT team and the FBI, and like
I don't think Waco was the kind of thing you could wait out, because they were like prepped.
But for how long could they possibly prep?
No, look, if you just backed the fuck off and left them, eventually they would have had to come out.
Right, because eventually they're going to run out of food. They're going to have to come out at some point.
Yeah, but you also have to think.
It's costing them millions of dollars a day.
It's not just cost.
That's true too.
It's not just costing the money. You have to think to yourself, what precedent are we setting?
Right, you got to regain control.
You also have to look back to Waco of how it even started. Like this was a police escalation to start with.
I'm not saying there wasn't errors made. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm just saying, like, in that situation, how long do you wait? What kind of precedent are you trying to set? How, like, this, there's a whole bunch of things that you have to think about outside of just.
Of course. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the thing is they just really didn't have clear and concise goals, because they had the FBI trying to do one thing of like wait it out and get the people out. And then they had like the HRT team that's like, we just want to go in there and fuck shit up.
Yeah, it's bad communication. Yeah.
Isn't that one of the reasons why they formed Homeland Security after 9/11, so they could kind of put everything under one umbrella?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't because of. No, but that was because of 9/11. It wasn't because of Waco.
Yeah, but because the same mistakes were made with 9/11, apparently, but not coordination.
But a lot of people don't think that's why.
Well, I know we can go down that rabbit hole too. Yeah.
There's out of every
Ruby Ridge. Like I couldn't even believe that when I watched it. I'm like, how the fuck did they manage this?
Wasn't that the one where they shot his wife and then he went fucking crazy?
No, man. So so initially he got entrapped. Essentially, he wanted to move his family up into the middle of nowhere. And he wasn't like a white supremacist, but he was a separatist. Like he didn't trust the government and all this stuff. And just where he lived in the area in the mountains, he was around some of these white supremacist groups, but he didn't share the same values as them. Mm. And at one of these events, a cop that was undercover in the Aryan Brotherhood or whatever the fuck it was, entrapped him, basically asking him to sell him a sawed-off shotgun. Mm-hmm. So then he sold this guy a sawed-off shotgun or whatever, and then they basically came after him now, and whatever, he basically is like, I'm not coming in, like I'm staying home, fuck you guys, like this is ridiculous, I'm minding my own fucking business, fuck off, kind of thing.
Yeah. And
then eventually they came and raided his property and shot his 14-year-old son and the dog.
That's how it was. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And then on a later occasion, then a sniper shot his wife and shot him.
Yeah.
They ended up killing basically everyone except for like his fucking daughter,
Where was this?
Ruby Ridge.
Upstate, like Idaho, or like right below the Canadian border or something.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. He like lived in the fucking mountains and he was just like minding his own fucking business. And it's so ridiculous, man. And they killed basically everyone except for him, like.
Why do you think, what is
for a fucking sawed-off shotgun? Like, who fucking cares? Fuck off.
Right. What is the premise behind going after somebody who's minding their own business? You're just not allowed to have a shotgun?
Control.
Well, obviously, but like, yeah.
I mean, it's not like this guy went out of his way to sell sawed-off shotguns. He literally was requested by this person, which is still illegal, I understand. But like,
right.
Then when you're going to go to his fucking property and start shooting minors and dogs and like, this is insanity, Like, what are you doing? And then they sniped his wife fucking, down during the whole thing. Like, it's crazy,
Yeah.
And he eventually did come out, like after, I don't know, a week or two, he had a bullet injury and eventually had to come out and surrendered peacefully. They got like one of his war buddies to come basically talk about over a couple of days, and he came out fine. But yeah, I mean, did
he ever shoot back at police at all at any point?
Not really, no. Like, I think there was some shooting on the first bit when his son was shot. But no, it's like, this wasn't like a war like you'd see with Waco,
Okay.
By no means was it like that, It was literally a guy, his wife, and 3 kids living in the middle of the fucking woods. Like,
Waco is crazy though. Those motherfuckers were armed and ready to go. Like,
oh, I mean, they beat the police out on the first day.
Yeah.
They shot the police out of the area,
Yeah.
75 fucking ATF agents, and they just drove them out, Crazy.
Yellow Jacket sucks.
It's getting a little fucking hocus pocus, eh?
I'm still watching it though because of you.
Where are you in season 2 yet?
I'm at the last episode.
You're caught up. It's still good, but I just don't know where they're going with it. You know?
Yeah. You got to watch Ted Lasso.
Yeah, I gotta finish that.
Watch Ted Lasso. It's good. I just watched a wild show called fucking Alice in Borderland. Did I tell you that last time?
Is it shitty like Yellow Jacket?
It's Japanese. It's like a crazy Japanese show.
Your credibility is shot now.
Yeah. Okay. I watch so many things, it all just kind of like blends in at this point. I take what I can get.
I watch Beef.
Oh yeah, Beef. I watch Beef. Yeah.
Paul didn't like the first couple episodes.
First couple episodes, I was gonna throw in the towel, but I stuck it out and I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was great from episode 1.
I just didn't know where it was going. I was like, this is just stupid. I didn't know where it was going, but then it got good.
The premise of it, like being over a parking lot, like incident, is so trivial, and then it becomes so much more than that, you know.
Yeah.
But like, at first, you're like, this is such a stupid fucking show, you know, like because they have road rage. Like, what is this shit?
I thought it was great.
But then how their lives get so intertwined together, and
I could see that whole thing happening to Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike, you seem like you're out. You tired? You want to go?
I'm tired, man.
All right, brother. I know you got to be up early. Ian, go eat.
Yeah, we'll see you guys.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, for sure. See you guys.
Okay, gentlemen. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
It's just me and you guys now.
Oh, hey guys.
It's just
me and you, Fouad. What's up?
We can talk about them now that they're gone.
That was fun.
How about that, Mike?
I like Mike.
He's great, eh?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
He likes to laugh a lot.
Yeah, I know. I love that he knows Will Ferrell.
What a different outcome from what you would expect when you see him.
I was so afraid of that guy before I knew him. We used to see him at Pier sometimes. Yeah. And I just would just stay clear of him.
You know, when I first messaged him about the podcast, he's like, yeah, I'd love to. I'm like, dude, I thought you didn't like me. He goes, what are you talking about? I've always admired your physique and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no idea he was going to be like this, like normal dude.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was on with him I remember telling Tony afterwards, like, I can't believe how cool Mike was. Like, I thought that guy was going to be like, just like intimidating, but he's like fucking really cool. Yeah, I think I can't wait to like talk to him more in person in Toronto.
No,
I think we're gonna have a lot of fun.
Ian too, man. The fucking guy's 6 weeks out from a podcast.
I could never be in that good of a mood.
Doesn't miss a show. Doesn't like he's here every fucking week. He's happy to do it. It's like
he's solid.
He
doesn't ask for nothing either, eh?
No, he's just happy to fucking get together and shoot the shit.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
like that's really cool.
If I was 6 weeks out, I don't know if I could be like, first of all, in a good mood, laughing.
Right. Energetic.
Taking 2 hours out of my day every week.
To get nothing out of it for yourself?
To get nothing out of it, but just like a couple laughs.
Right.
It's crazy, these guys, man. They're fucking just a couple good dudes.
And they're okay with poking fun at themselves, which I like.
Yeah, well, I don't think me and you could be friends with anybody who's too serious.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for sure. But even Ian, like I didn't know Ian that well before we started doing podcasts. Like I knew him to say hi. That's it.
Yeah.
And like I didn't really think Ian liked me. Or at least, not that he didn't like me, but we just didn't click or something, But now I think he's really cool. Even when we saw him in Florida last time, I thought he was really cool.
Ian's not it's weird. You have to catch him. He doesn't express emotion unless you're in a certain atmosphere.
Yeah.
So like when we were in Texas together hanging out.
Was it Texas or that was Florida?
No, you weren't in Texas.
When you were okay.
So when I was in Texas with him, he was like, you could tell how much fun he was having hanging out. But when you're not around him, you're like, is this guy like even happy to talk to me right now? He's he's so straight all the time.
Yeah.
But then when you're with him, he's not. He's like a fucking total character.
Yeah.
We're having like an after hours here, the podcast. We're just talking about is that bad?
It's
still recording.
It's bro chat after hours. After dark.
What are we talking? What's the after hours? All we talk about is fucking nonsense during.
Yeah, and before we train every day.
But the after hours could be like more serious. So
that reminds me, when you say the word after hours, I still got to book an after hours for us after the show, a party.
Like a rave?
No, a dinner. Like a steakhouse. I forgot to book it. I got to do that.
We'll go to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I want to put it in my phone so I don't forget, because otherwise if I wait too late, we might not be able to get in. That's gonna be a good time though. I'm looking forward to that weekend.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Ian's gonna be there with Melissa, and Mike will be there.
Yep.
We'll all get to hang out. I want to try and get Mike drunk.
Oh.
I don't think Mike will drink. He said he won't drink.
He doesn't drink?
No, I don't remember if he said he doesn't drink. I said to him something about drinking, and he said, I'm not going to drink. So I'm going to try and make sure He has
smoke.
I don't know if he smokes. You want to get him high? You want to get him high? I want to get him drunk.
Because I think he'd be hilarious high. Because he laughs so much. He likes to laugh.
What
so
if he
high,
just but I like to laugh. What if he just turns into me and he just gets
we all got to get high then before dinner. But
I'm not
just don't go quiet.
High. Dude, if you get me high, I'm just not going to talk.
You're going to go quiet. Yeah, okay. So you drink.
I'll drink, and that makes me happier.
Yeah, okay.
And you guys smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to see him high.
Well, you and Ian, I know Ian will smoke with you.
Yeah.
But
there'll be people there to smoke with, but I want to get Mike high.
I don't think Mike smokes.
Really?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it.
It's funny because a lot of people are very hesitant to come out with that, like especially like on a podcast.
I don't think Mike's hesitant about that.
You wouldn't care? Nah, he wouldn't care. Yeah, he wouldn't care.
I don't think he would. We've never really talked about it on the podcast yet, but I don't get the impression that he smokes.
I wanted to ask him once and I didn't.
Well, we can ask him next week.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, are you going to be disappointed if he doesn't smoke?
No, but I would like to get high with him.
But yeah, that's what I mean though. Are you going to be disappointed because he's like, I don't smoke?
I'll still get high.
I know you will. I'm never going to see Mike doesn't smoke. Okay, forget it. I'll just go.
I won't go. I won't smoke tonight then. I smoke with you every time we go on a road trip.
I know. I don't know how you do it. You're totally normal too.
I did with Tony too. We drove from Toronto. Let her stop at a dispensary for me.
It's so fucking weird. Your personality doesn't change if you're high or not.
No, but I feel different though. Like when we got off that airplane
but to me, I don't notice it. Like when we go let's say we're driving for a road trip and you smoke a whole joint and then we're still driving, our conversation doesn't change.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. No.
It's the same shit.
I just feel more calm though.
Yeah, I wish I could smoke weed and it would do that to me.
Yeah.
I get totally fucked, like a different person.
Yeah, I know. And I used to when I first started too, but because when I first started smoking pot, I smoked with like Rob and Sean and that all the time, just like at Rob's house. So it was very comfortable settings. We're playing video games, you know what I mean? So I never was in environments where like I would get freaked out or anything.
Yeah, but for me, it's not even environment. Like it doesn't matter if me and you were just sitting there. I just feel stupid. I can't gather my thoughts.
You can't get it out of your head, eh?
I can't because I don't
even if you're in a couple setting, like,
dude, I'm more comfortable around you than anybody.
Yeah, but if you think if you were like to come over here one night and we just burn one and watch TV, you think you'd still go all quiet? Like if nobody was here, my kids weren't here, my wife wasn't here.
You have been trying to get me to turn into a smoker.
I know.
20
I know.
You're like, come on,
you're trying to turn me into a biker.
Just come over. Nobody will be here. We'll smoke a joint. Okay.
Put some music on.
Yeah.
If you're nice and relaxed.
All right. Next time your wife and kids are gone, if that's ever going to happen.
Well, Tony's going away pretty soon.
Then send your kids to your mom's.
Okay.
I'll come over and we'll smoke a joint.
Okay. Well, you wouldn't care if my kids were home. They're not going to know if you're high.
I'll trip out.
My kids?
Your kids start talking to me, ask me questions, and I'll be embarrassed because I'm high in front of them.
Well, I think you're like Uncle Fouad's high. There's our point now. They see me high every day. They don't care.
Do they know?
No. Well, they I'm sure, because I'm taking the garage out, or I'm sorry, I'm taking the garbage out, and I go to the garage. Yeah, I'm sure she knows. She just doesn't understand what it is.
But you've never actually said to them.
She's asked me before, and all I've said, because it was I don't know if it was quite 2 years ago, but at least a year ago, I just said, listen, this is a conversation you and I don't have when you're an adult, or at least in a little while. You're not ready for this conversation yet. It's something that Daddy does. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
She was cool with it. She didn't ask me another question about it. Yeah.
That's mature.
But I do have to have the conversation because she's 12 now, so I have to have a conversation with her about it.
Is that really a hard conversation to have?
No, I don't think so. But I just want her to know what it is, and know that, why I do it and why,
But I mean,
I don't want her to do it yet.
You're basically just going to be like, it calms me down, it makes me relax.
Yeah. But I want her to know that she's not at an age yet where she can make that decision.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like smoking. Like if your kid smokes, you're like, look, I don't want you to fucking smoke. But when you're 18, if you want to smoke, that's your fucking choice.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because, like my kids, marijuana is like drinking for, like when our kids, like our parents drank. Parents now smoke weed. It's just different now.
No, but I meant smoking cigarettes. Like a lot of kids want to smoke cigarettes. So you're like,
I don't think anymore. I think it's vaping now.
I know that's not my point though. But like I'm saying, like when I was growing up, like if my brother was smoking, my parents would be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, look, when you're an adult, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Don't smoke cigarettes around me or in the house, or just don't smoke.
Right.
So I guess it's kind of the same thing. Like if your kid wants to smoke marijuana, you're like, look, when you're of age. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
would you care if Taya smoked weed? Not
depends
now.
on the age.
Not now. I mean, like when she's older.
When she's like at least 18, 19, no.
You wouldn't care, eh?
No. As long as she didn't drive, do anything stupid,
Yeah.
Or she'd get herself in trouble.
Huh.
No, I'd be fine with it.
All right, Paulie.
All right, Fouad. So tomorrow you want to train tomorrow after I haven't done work?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'll call you from work tomorrow.
Okay, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.